Hello, dear chess friends. Welcome to the round 4 of the International Witsun Open in Munich. And today we have some top board GM clashes. The first one is Kirill Alexenko against Momchil Petkov from Bulgaria. I think, okay, now we just got the first move e4. It's not really a surprise. And we'll see how Petko will deal with it. I think he plays several systems, and he will try to be solid, of course, with the black pieces. Then on board number 2, Safarli, Bernatsky, those are good friends, and I know both of them like to just enjoy the chess life and traveling. So, but in this game, I think they will definitely fight because it's just round 4 and winning in such opens is of great importance. We see that began like a King's Indian. Then on board number 3, we already have 6 moves played. So it was Spanish and the main line. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen black maybe taken here, playing the open line. Let's see. And next game we have Kaya Marala against Korobov. And again we see the Tartakover Queen's Gambit. By the way, this wasn't really popular for both sides actually, but it makes some sense. It offers a bit more play than the Lasker line, and also more chances than the traditional knight bd7, there are c6 or c5 lines, but all of them I think are not so attractive for black. While b6 is saying that he wants to play full-fledged game, and yeah, once again, rook c1, bishop d3, or taking even this queen b3, which is kind of new, could appear on the board, and it was played. So queen b3, like the last round, it was played by Trisha. What's her name? Kanya Marala Trisha, and this Kanya Marala Tarun, maybe it's her brother. I'm not so sure, but yes, this novelty runs in family, and pretty decent continuation, I have to say. Is here Kovachev's 95, so Chigorin setup of the d3 Spanish. He could follow up with bishop e6. I know that Peter Swidler recommends it. He could also castle or play c5. It's a flexible position. Let's go to board number 5. We have Sriyan's Dash against Anton Demchenko, and we have Alapin on the board, and this is kind of a haunted opening for many black players, because they don't like the drawish positions which could arise. Not always, but sometimes it's very difficult to prove that you are a better player. Let's say in this line, yeah, it's quite typical that something like this could arise. And here, both taking on c6 or on d7, it leads to pretty dry position. But I assume that black will try to avoid it, not take, maybe play some e6. Yeah, I think white is a bit better, both after bishop b5 or bishop c4, but it's playable. And here, Hulka versus Laurusas, c4, c6, so we have kind of a Slav, and white went into the fianchetto with g3. In principle, I don't like it for white when black is building this wall with d5, c6 and b7. He could pull out the bishop, play e6, and then the bishop on g2 is not really logical to go there. I mean, white could, for example, play like this way. Or usually in my games, it occurs from different move order. Yeah, so let's say this, and now black starts to build it, and then later on white will push on with c4. Anyway, it's the same position, so obviously this is playable. I think I got no problems with bishop f5 line. Some say that d takes c4 is even better, so yeah, there's some old analysis here, starting with bishop e6 or queen to d5. Yes, so I believe it's quite decent. So even once, I'm not sure. One my opponent played something like this, but I have to recall. Maybe it wasn't in this position. He sacrificed exchange against me, and I managed to defend, but definitely it wasn't easy. So, but this one perhaps, what is there, 95, maybe 6, maybe b3, tackling the pawns, and now this seems like too dangerous for black, that he's underdeveloped and in trouble on long diagonal. So let's see how this develops. Yeah, for example, here there is d4 and bishop f4. Looks to be winning already for white. So black has to be careful not to allow some catastrophe on the board. But as I know, Thomas, he will maybe not even take on c4. We can see that yeah, he plays knight f6. Perhaps he will choose the solid system with bishop f5, or even g6, e6. All of them are well possible. Costa against Paul, and we now see interesting French with a6, and I don't know what can I think of it. My first impression is that this can be good for black, kind of wasting time. I understand preparing bishop b5, white could react differently. There is knight c3, c4, a4. And actually, last tournament was different move order, but I can show you that my opponent played this O'Kelly variation of the Sicilian. I played c3 and now e6, and he's saying that he doesn't mind playing this position. Actually, a6 here after taking is useful, so I played e5, and then he played bishop d7 with this idea. And okay, I was in enterprising move, and I played h4, which is maybe not the best. I should have played simply bishop e2 castles, and I believe, or even bishop d3. I like white chances. So okay, but this one is interesting, and now even without c3, so white could have considered playing c4 actually. I think it would be a well-motivated move. Okay, bishop e2, so what could happen after bishop b5? Especially when this bishop moved, and then I want to execute my idea as black. Maybe nothing spectacular, just developing, and now c5. Actually, it's a bit tricky because this structure is already damaged for black. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's possible to play like this. Although I have to say that I like white, so or queen e2. So maybe just some kind of waiting move, but which one should it be? Also b3 c4 comes to mind. Yeah, so we are being joined by international master Edin Pezerovic. Yeah, so welcome again to the stream.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. So we already analyzed like first 6 boards, and on board number 7, Bhagat versus Visakh. And we have a London system here.
Again.
Yes, yes. So bishop f4, and I think the people realize that they should play it aggressively with c5 move. There are also some move orders considerations. So let's say white is waiting with the move bishop f4. He doesn't want to allow black kind of king's Indian setup, which had good reputation. So he's waiting for black to play d5, and only now playing this one. And
It's good to play it immediately. C5,
yes, knight c6,
C3 or
knight
B2.
bd2. Yes, I think c3 is inaccurate. I won several games like in this line, and even at the Open in Milbertshofen, I had very similar game with black when white. Okay, it was a bit different, but I can show you that it was without knight f6. It was something like this. C3, queen b6, and now our opponent played queen b3, which is good, and now he should go back. And
Bishop
bishop f5 here doesn't work. Black has to play like this. I only know that okay, and this one is rather unclear here. h6, g5, or knight e7. Yeah, so this far I know, but it's my opponent took. And actually, already black is slightly better, but it's tricky because the position has a bit of a character of the fortress, and he played like this. Just knight e2. I could play b4, then he takes, and rook c1. Instead, I played in a classical way, and anyway, it was a long game, and in the end, I won, but it's not clear. Like white could hold it if he's careful. Yeah? So. Yes, I have this kind of long-winded plan, but he can deny it, yeah, and always just chop off the knight, and he's worse, but the position is closed.
I think
anyway,
B4 is better than
yes,
F5.
it was possible then.
When you must take on B4.
He must take, and this was something like this was suggested by the computer, and now
you have.
okay, E4,
good play on the queen side.
Yes, yes. But all of this, yeah, it's nice for black, but still all right for white. Anyway, so this was a digression, yeah. So because this is different line, so this one, but this one with bishop g4. Also, my other opponent he took it like this, and then he played bishop g4 or bishop f5. I used both moves. And quite good. I mean here, actually this e5 is still e5, so okay, good. Maybe h3 could be played.
Or c3.
C3, yeah, that's normal. No, just e6. I think black could be happy. And sometimes it's dangerous. Yes, like this could happen.
Knight e7 or take on f3 and then knight e7.
Yes, yes, it's possible. Like this, and now
take,
knight e7. This is like idea from Cambridge Springs variations. This is
Queen's
like
Gambit, yeah.
reversed, yeah, and maybe it works. Yeah, like white is more active, but if black finishes the development, then he's fine. And there is no knight e5 currently, so. Granted, he has to be a bit careful. Yeah, so he doesn't want to really trade bishop takes f3 to give up two bishops. Here we have the situation Rohit versus Vartiovara, and it seems clearly better for white. So what happened here? It was Queen's Gambit declined, bishop f4, one of the moves. Knight b6 is possible. I know there is some a6, a4, bishop d6 line, which had good standing. But even this is available. Yes, and I think black should take and capture the two bishops. At least it's something.
Take on c4 and
Yes, yes. I think white is a bit better because okay, let's say
knight
this.
e5.
Black still has to resolve this development, but he has time. He can castle, you know, bring the bishop out. It's reasonable. White doesn't have anything imminent. Whilst bishop d6, okay, then he traded and he kept the bishop. So I think those are fantastic developments for white because now he has a center rather for free. I mean, black could play d5, but now
The white bishop is better when
yeah, and this is called Pillsbury Knight. Yeah, so it's really nice. Yes, he played bishop d7, e4. Good enough. Bishop c6. White could castle immediately.
queen e2.
Yeah, he could even wait with this decision and maybe trying to rush with the pawn storm, h4 or g4 or something like this. Maybe it's not necessary. I actually like castling, just castling, and white retains yes the long-term advantage. That, I mean, not yet, but sometimes there is e5. I could improve like this with the pawns. Playing rook c1, bishop b1. A lot of moves which serve white, and it's not so clear what black has to do. Both of the breakthroughs.
Knight a4. Looks strange, but
it could be considered as logical when he has less space to trade some pieces. So I mean, white could try to
take on c3.
I could take with both, but let's say with the rook and doubling. I suggested maybe later playing on the queen side. So you know, it's not yet disaster for black, but certainly better for white. Yes, nice chances. And Petriashvili Akanksha, so have a Reti, and I realized this whole Reti setup is quite popular on club level, and I played only sometimes when I don't know what to do, which opening, whether e4 or d4. So I play knight f3, but
close, yeah.
it's this never really impressed me. And h6 is kind of new
King's
idea for me.
Indian attack.
Yeah, so I mean bishop c7 is normal, c5 or b6, even knight c6 makes some sense, but this one and bishop d6. So she wants to play with e5 castles, and now white is thinking.
Why has she played h6?
just the prophylactic move. By the way, Gukesh used it in similar positions in these Catalans and like knight f6, e6, h6 setups. Probably doesn't do any harm, but it's a bit strange. So now what happens if e4?
Take e5.
Yes, but I would take white. This is a bit okay. It's not a big deal, but I'll play knight h5. Now maybe this h6 is not the best inclusion. And okay, it's playable for black. Some like
knight f5.
Maybe even this, yeah. Or I could capture the knight. Yeah.
Bishop c5.
Yes,
Is it possible to take on h6? Not really.
Yes. Also, there is queen trade coming. Just maybe slight advantage for white. Not a big deal. Yeah. So, and she could decide to do it. Okay. What else? Because e5 is threatened, so she needs to do it. And now there are no other. Okay. There is maybe this. Yeah. Because this works, but
e5.
I can take, right?
Okay.
And there is rook d1 in the end. But okay, knight, it doesn't matter. So knight c3, I will have to play e5 anyway. Yes.
You have some ideas with bishop f4, e5 takes. If
So I can take also with the knight, maybe. I don't know which one is better.
you can take with the knight.
Yes.
And now Okay, this is better.
Yes, but okay, I can prepare it with white, playing let's say c3. All in all, I think white is better. I mean, this kind of position, it's like reversed king's Indian exchange, and I have all these possibilities with white, and with black I am short of plans. Yeah, so I like white, but okay. Maybe also playable.
It's more active forward.
Yeah, so now Druska versus Kanemarala. So this is interesting. So we have our Slovak international master, which did very well in the Grenke freestyle event. I think he beat Vashier and several strong players, but yes, in the end he faltered a bit, and now he's playing against young talent. Yeah, I believe more an international master, and H3. This one is. I don't like such moves, and there is a reason for it. Like I understand it's flexible. Perhaps he wants to after this is his idea that he wants to take and then later kind of put the knight there. Yeah, so not commenting with the knight, and H3 is useful move. Whilst knight f6, bishop d3, so still he has some possibilities to develop with c4.
Queen c7.
Yes, queen c7. So it has some points. I mean, now like if bishop c5, then comes maybe e5. Yeah, so like the knight is already on f6. So but queen c7 is certainly good. Castles bishop c5, good choice. And now, okay, some people go back. I like to keep my bishop active, given that everything is fine. He could choose the typical line with queen e2, bishop e3, knight d2, knight c4. But I wouldn't be so impressed. Yes, as black, I have my own development. I can prepare the classical
Structure.
deployment, and I can play with b5. Maybe white is tiny bit better, but I consider this h3 as more or less loss of time. Yeah? And she could also play with the bishop on e7. It's also good, and just playing for a hedgehog style. Yeah, so. Now Alvarez versus Keinanen, and we had a Catalan here. So close Catalan, bishop b4, knight bd2. It's kind of new line, and I'm not up to date with the theory. So to me it seems like a pawn down position for white, but certainly it's not so easy, yeah, because otherwise he wouldn't have played it. But so castle, that's actually. Maybe I would expect bishop b7, but maybe there is tactics. Yeah, so now knight c6, knight e5, and white wins. So bishop b7 wasn't possible, but castles. And now there are no queen a4 tricks. And now a3 move. Again, I don't like. I'm going back. Okay, can white potentially do this? This is similar to the one Catalan line, but here I already have 2 pawns with black, not just one. And okay, I would take this position, but it's not so clear. Is there something better for black, like knight d5? Similar to one game, Carlsen versus Nepomniachtchi, game number 6, it was from Dubai, yeah. But so this was 95, but this is different. Of course, it was the mainline Catalan, not this one. So no 95, but white needs to break through immediately, because otherwise it's. I'm looking for some breakthroughs, but if black gets time, then he's more or less winning. Go see something direct. So here I would play c6. Yes, I will not give up the pawn. Yeah, so like if white sacrificed it, then he needs to win it back.
Knight e5.
Knight e5, knight d5 again. And he needs to... Later on, Nepo played some f6, and it was like very unusual. And Magnus had some compensation, so... But not with the knight on d2. It's a bit unnatural. Now, there is also a motive to play for compensations, just giving up this pawn and trying to play this position somehow actively.
c6.
Yes, c6, why not? Maybe even b4, but okay, c6. Like this bit claustrophobic for black. Also, queen d4. That has to be calculated. What is that? Probably possible. But I mean, just in general. So okay, bishop b2. Let's play this. And this position. Usually, ancients are saying this is okay for white, but this type of position. But I never really trusted it. To my eyes, it's just a pawn and. Black could improve. So although it's not so easy, yeah, so at least here white keeps the black pieces bottled up. Yeah, so 97. Okay, he needs to count very carefully. Yes, Hasanov versus Doyer, and this is now trendy. This c5 line always it seemed to me very risky, so I prefer to play with bishop f5.
Also play.
Yes.
Almost bishop f5.
And e6, all right, and bishop
b4
and queen g4. It's also possible for white instead of a3 to play queen h5. This seems like crazy move, but it makes some logic because I want to play this and castles, and the queen is actually well developed. I'm provoking g6, so
g6,
yes, then I go like somewhere here. So interesting. But a3 is the main move, so this one now queen g4. 97 is not good to take on g7. It's far too much. So this one h5, and still why didn't take even prompted, yes, so take rook g8. Yeah, the reason is that there is bishop d4 later on, yeah, so he needs to go back. And now knight f3. But this seems like a win, like a good deal for black, yeah, that he managed to put in h5, so winning 2 tempi, so definitely not b4. b4 has to be a mistake. Let's move bishop d3. And even after queen b6, I remember that I should carry on. Yes. And it's actually very dangerous because not only that the bishop might be trapped somewhere along the line, but
you can take on g7 also.
Yes, and there is this kind. So this one is not advisable to take. So bishop d3, and now something like this I already had games. Yes, so little better for white, but certainly.
And then you can play b4 and bishop.
Yeah, yes. This is one plan. I could, transfer the knight, depending on the situation. Before bishop b2,
h4.
Yes, exactly. Especially when he cannot react with h5. Yes, exactly. So this one is still a theoretical position. Even with castles, I think it was played because not really possible to use this. Yeah. So all right.
If black castles, when bishop h6,
knight g6.
You can do knight g6.
But okay, there's some like bishop g5, bishop f6, which is maybe more dangerous. But I'm not sure. I've checked it perhaps sometime. Like okay, so let's say knight c6. Okay, so let's say I'm going to bravely castle and like this is the idea. But
queen b6.
Yes, queen b6, exactly. Counterattack, and this I will commonly play knight g6 and.
We have good chances also in the center.
Yes. So, but before I would put a question mark towards it. Yeah, so can I? Not really a blunder, but it's a mistake. Ratzinger versus Yosef, and let's go from the beginning. So it was a rouser, and this one is very popular because it offers good chances for black to win. And we see this losing white player against Ori Kobo from Israel. So now she's hoping to improve her experience in this line. So already Queen B6. There is move Knight takes D4 and Queen A5, transposing to old main line. It's certainly possible, but maybe he wants more. So she realized that she shouldn't let, for example, like this happen. Yeah, that this kind of endgame is very decent for black. Yeah. Not sure about this exact one, but also yeah, could be fine. So she took, and bc6 and e5. So what is this one? So take. I'm trying to understand. So f takes e5. This one, yeah. So now this comes with check. So that's why the trade was necessary. And
capture on e7.
Yes, exactly. And this similar line exists. Okay, like black chances because of this exchange. So I have immediately
play b3.
Yes, some targets, and
bishop d3 is possible.
Yeah, bishop d3 is nice. Yeah,
Cannot take
nice trap. Yes, I will play knight and g6.
Okay.
And with some now king b2, but maybe I could even take there. So it's
bishop e4 is okay, and then you can go for h4, h5.
No, bishop e4, but can I exchange it? Okay, you can do this and take here. Yeah. So, but this endgame, prefer a bit for black. With the structure. But it's all right. It's all right. Like my bishop.
The better piece. Yeah,
yes, my bishop is not flanked. Yes, yes. So
also try something on the h9.
Some mate. Yeah, yes, yes. It could be. So maybe black shouldn't be so greedy. So only maybe let's say if h4 h5 happens, then maybe I could take it. For now, I need to do something.
And if you take on g6 and play h4 instead of bishop e4.
Yes. So now immediately, yes, you want to resolve it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure about taking with the f pawn, yeah, but this one has to be principled. Now what does black play?
H5 is quite dangerous.
Yes. Now we are getting somewhere with white. Maybe this whole thing led nowhere, and actually
enough counterplay on the queen's side.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So maybe here black needs to consider like knight f5. Yeah. That this was not forced. Yeah. So maybe not queen g3, maybe queen h3, or first this. It's a rich position. Yeah. So.
It's easier to play for white.
Yes, but we had some more games happening. I mean more moves. Yeah. So she actually took on f6. It shouldn't be so good. But now if black goes back, then f5, and she's claiming this knight there. So take and g3. So now this looks very, very precarious for black king. Yeah, like what will he do? He needs to trade queens, or this one. How do you evaluate this? And it looks very pleasant for.
I think it's better for white.
Definitely, yes. I will first capture maybe this.
Yes, and
this will be weak. So not allowing some transformation to rook endgame. maybe it's possible to hold somehow, something like this, but it's not very enjoyable for black. Yes, so definitely. Actually, isn't he a pawn up?
Yes.
So he's pawn up, so that's kind of changes the evaluation, yeah. Because I was thinking that the material is equal, but what happened here? Like she sacrificed first pawn, and then the second pawn, kind of. So now g3 comes this, yeah. So
Okay.
well, maybe not g3. Can she just run away with the king, or maybe it was like too slow and still maybe queen e3 or something like this. Maybe this. Okay, it's tempting for white, but this or somewhere no.
B6 and then bishop d3.
Of course, we would like to attack with white, so then g3, or just even here. It looks like black is controlling the whole board. It's like a little bit speculative for white. For 2 pawns. For 1 pawn, this would be. I would take it with white, but for 2 pawns it's a bit too much. And she actually played with g3, so that allows this direct queen e3, and then actually, okay, let's say that she will have some compensation for the pawn in this line, something like this. She does have compensation. It will be like 4 rook endgame, yeah. So she shouldn't lose this one, but a little better for black, yeah.
And if you play rook d7 instead
here, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can do it. Okay, so I will do a trade and take here, or do you want to tap?
d1.
But rook d1. Yes,
You
yes,
won't get the pawn. Bishop a6.
maybe like this. No, but okay, you keep the activity. You shouldn't
c4.
be losing this one, but I don't know. Yeah. Now, do I have this move? Trying to promote. So we need to address maybe bishop f3. No. Now my bishop is completely stupid, yeah, so yes, it doesn't help, yeah, so this is like, what is this? Doesn't really
That's
help.
very strange.
Yeah, it's really strange endgame, and okay, but now white is better, yeah, with all the pawns being lost. suddenly everything is
It's more active.
going, yeah, so indeed, like black has to be careful, but he cannot really be worse, yeah, with 2 pawns, like he needs to just decide, maybe play c5 first and then bishop b7. So he needs to be a bit precise when organizing his development. Maybe she completely missed queen e3, because I don't believe that she wanted to have this endgame. Yeah, it looks like against Rouser, yeah, that is not what I want. Yeah, it's kind of like playing for equality. Yeah, so, or like worse endgame, I would say. Okay, let's move now into the game Mahitos versus Hess. And okay, let's set this as our last broadcast game. We should do like first 10 board. But what is this line b5? Completely new. I mean. So I mentioned a6. We had knight b6 in the previous game, but what is b5? So very aggressively going there. Just so knight d2. There is knight e4. And how does this work?
If you take on c7,
go here. But, okay, this looks very dangerous for white, but I'm exchange up. I want to play maybe like this.
Or c3, bishop a6.
yes, but somehow I don't believe this for black.
Bishop c7.
Yeah, there is this, or king on f3 could still be alive. So.
But you can take on b2.
Oh, taking on b2, and now this is coming. Oh, this is a big fork.
Quite dangerous, yeah.
Oh, Oh, yes, yes. So I cannot allow it, but how? How should? Okay, not this. B4, but there has to be something
bishop
better.
A6.
Okay.
King F2, F3.
Yeah, but yeah, this one is really asking for it. And certainly, if he's not prepared, he cannot play this. But even if he is, this seems like ludicrous. Yeah, so like this is perhaps too much. Yeah, so I mean, it would be like a principled move that okay, black doesn't really have a defense. Yeah, and of course this is winning for white. So he needs to go into this complication. I'm a bit curious. Like what is this? Knight c3 still. So I was expecting him to take twice, but actually here, and apparently this is playable for black. But okay, like in general, this position I like white chances because of the weaknesses, but it's not so bad. Like black has some development and all right. So. So this knight takes c7 wouldn't be any good, yeah. But so does he play knight c3 immediately? But now it's different because knight d5 comes and he wins the two bishops. Also interesting choice. What about this one? Okay, it's like Irish pawn center, and probably it's pretty bad for white, kind of losing. Here I would like to play queen e4, but unfortunately this is hanging, so I can't make this work. This is just better for black. So okay, bishop e2 happened, and now c5. All in all, this looks like a nice position for black. And I'm not familiar with any theory here, but I think more or less both players are improvising. Like after d5, can I take here? Like something like this is question, yeah. So also should be fine for even this, yeah. So like, okay, I'll let you take, but I can take here. A bit my king is a bit airy, yeah. So here maybe even knight g5 comes to mind. This one was not necessary, of course, yeah. So I could keep the bishop, and here you have this pawn. Can I play in a greedy fashion? So like this.
Take on b2.
But then rook
b1,
b1,
knight bishop f3 takes the knight.
okay, but this seems really suspicious for black.
Knight e5.
There are like many moves. Knight e5 maybe I will take.
And
but
then e6 afterwards.
Maybe
it's possible.
It is possible. I mean, then like here the line would be rook fd8, and I try to bring the king. What about this one? I need to take, and now go back like this.
Rook d1.
But still black keeps holding.
Rook d6.
Rook d6.
You cannot take on
I
d7.
cannot take, correct.
And the bishop has no squares.
No squares, yeah. Also rook d7 is not working. Yeah, this one is strong. And,
you play f3, bishop d5, and it's winning.
Yes, now yes, and the rook is trapped.
Yes.
Okay, very nice line. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, c4 is not working. Yeah, so okay, is this one forced? Maybe
Black should be better in the previous position, but white has some counter attack.
Yes, this one was like very forced. So this whole sequence here, d5. I don't want to do this because now my bishop is stranded. Yeah. And I believe this is better for white, or it has to be it. Just bishop takes c4.
So you should take on c3.
So I should before castling, but you know, it's also not desirable. So But maybe something like this is possible. Or let's say knight g5 is a knowing move.
Knight f6.
Knight f6, and I'm looking at f5 or simply capturing. But this one,
That's
okay.
Rook c8.
Yes, definitely
h6.
good for black. Yes,
That's very good.
that's very good. So maybe bishop takes c3 is the way to go. Still feel it's like around equal. And okay, now let's circle back to our board number 1. And once again we had Rossolimo. And knight d4, it's a bit new for me. I like the move e5, it's just the principle to play the e5 move. Knight f6 is also possible. Decent choice. But he played with knight d4, so
okay, take
capture.
cd4, bishop f1. Or?
He went simply d3.
Okay.
Maybe he wants to. No, just the bishop would stay here on this diagonal. Yes, but the rook on e1 is a bit misplaced. I mean, at some lines there is f4 f5 plan. So maybe
it would be better with the rook on f1.
Yeah. Also, this c3 comes to mind, just challenging the center, and not so easy for black to develop.
Okay, a6.
Yeah. So let's say I use this square. This is pretty nice. And
e6.
e6. Okay. Go with e5.
Okay. Now I must take, or can I play d6? No.
You can do both. You can maybe even play queen b6. Oh, queen b6 is premature now. The queen will be targeted. Yeah. So no, but
Okay.
yes, maybe it's not so bad.
c3.
Yeah, maybe this is playable. Yeah. So I play like this, and okay. How bad is this? Oh, maybe
b3 and the bishop on the
pretty bad. Yeah. So
a3 to f8 diagonal.
Yes.
Would be
Yes. Also, yeah. That's a valid point. Yeah. That this one is a strong inclusion. So somehow I already don't like this for black. Like, okay, true. I can start with queen b6 and maybe just I would like to just develop castle and play d6 and somehow survive this opening stage. But there's some e5, some knight b5 stuff here. So okay, and maybe this one works for black. e5, knight d5.
d3 or b3.
Yes, also d3 is possible, but yeah, I claim that here I survived. I have some kind of dragon position. Granted, white is a bit better, but it should be tenable, yeah, this one. But instead, okay, he went with d3. Now, on c3 now. So, now knight d7. a6 first.
Bishop a4.
So he has to decide with the bishop, and now I'll take. I very much like white, yeah, so this a6, b5 I'm not sure about. And now, yeah, he needs to go back. Actually, he has quite decent flanked of bishops, but there are some holes in his camp. Yeah, so
on the dark squares.
Yes, can use it. Taking this is too much. Yeah, yes, exactly. So
too dangerous.
It's too dangerous. Yeah, just intuitively.
Castle
So
and h6.
yes, maybe h6 first because here I have
okay,
a clamp on
you played
like this.
immediately.
Yes, exactly.
And then g5.
And g5 comes to mind, but so two moves. So maybe like this, trying to play with the pieces, some h5, but a bit. I mean, this is very unsettling. This square. Yes. So
okay, without g5.
maybe just castling now.
d6
or yes, I want to. Okay, so this is my whole idea that I want to survive with black, and then.
And then you can castle.
Yes, I claim that it's all right, but even this is better for white. And we have to calculate d5, e5, all of those moves, and I think it's very shaky for black. So I don't like this line, and okay, it's kind of logical that you jump with the knight when knight c3 happens. You know that immediately in this, for example, this closed Sicilian, then you jump. So then makes a lot of sense. Or here, let's say I would prefer to wait. But okay, what to do with black? But let's say I would play this move, and if knight c3, so this is a line, yeah. You know, so this is quite standard. Or if he plays knight c3, then I can jump maybe here. And this one is reversed English main line, and there is rook e1 included. I mean, it's quite decent for black. So at least that's my understanding. But he did it like without. Yeah. So now, of course, he doesn't want to take with the bishop because c3 d4 is arriving. So then c4. But in both cases, c3 or d3, I think white is just better. And we could see that yes, now white is thinking, but has some nice chances. And Safarli Bernatsky ended up with the draw. So maybe it's indeed true that they are good friends. So yes. So castles and Greenfeld. Actually, maybe it was just played out normally because simply yes, it's very symmetrical, and this is the driest line. I know that there is knight e4 or even the old move e6 is doing well. So knight g4, and like they could have traded right away, or yes, kind of repeated, but now a draw. Yes. I mean, it would have ended there. Black could take, or maybe this.
e6.
Yes, I don't think this trade is so beneficial for white, because with two bishops, there's certainly nothing for black to be worried about. Okay, white could play positionally with
Knight
this.
a4 and knight c5.
Yes, so the game could have carried on, but yeah, they decided that it's enough. So yes, it's important also for those longer tournaments to save energy. So especially when the position is dry, they made decision to make a draw. And here we had this kind of d3 Spanish, and we left it here. I suggested bishop e6. That is bishop e6 now, and knight h4. Knight h4, c4. I think I've seen this. So just in general, okay, this position would have been fine for white, and then trying to open, but actually black is well set up for this. Even recently, a similar game, not exactly this, but something in the sense that when white plays d4, black is going to take and play d5. This is like a typical reaction for this. And if white doesn't do it, then black might think about playing d5 himself. Yeah, even sometimes sacrificing a pawn. Yeah, so I mean, just in the example, yeah, this is not forced, but just to say that here, like somehow this position is not so bad for black. Yeah, so yes, it could be also prepared. Yeah, and with queen d7, rook a8. So all in all, this is a decent line, and white played with knight h4. So trying to get in. Yes, knight h5. So c4 is typical because it fights for the light squares, but it is very difficult position to understand. So white has two bishops, and black lacks in development. But on the other hand, he has this marvelous pawn center.
And the bishop on a2 is
the bishop on a2 is very poor. Yes. So yes, but maybe he will get back into the game later. So g4, he make to play g5 and g5 anyway. So I believe it's all about.
This happened. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's all about the d5 square. So if black is forced to play d4, then this hole opens, and yeah, this is very bad for white. But if he somehow keeps the bishop bottled in, then maybe he's even better. So now it hangs. What can he do? Is okay. How good is this that I play d4 and probably not very good because now I will jump with my knight. Yes, and it's not entirely clear, but
you get the
actually get the d4 pawn. Yes, that's bad.
And
news.
then c3 bishop e1.
Yes, exactly, exactly. The bishop is not permanently buried on a2. That's the problem. Also, the knight is far away, so this already seems like trouble for black. Because okay, white invested into this g4, g5. His king is a bit open, but actually this g file could be used offensively. Yeah?
Would be a good chance. King h1 and rook g1.
Exactly. So can I? Okay, then another move that comes to my mind is knight c6, just trying to
but
jump.
You can take on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there is
d4.
something like this, but I don't believe that here I have enough compensation for black. Yeah, somehow everything is falling, and I'm hoping to arrive into some opposite color bishop end game or not even that. Yeah, so I'm not happy with black. What can we try? Okay, maybe let's address the d4. So I assume we want to take. Now, first question: what is this? Probably not so great because simply, this I have two bishops and this is maybe it's not so clear. Yeah. So okay, let's not be too hasty with white. But how to react to d4? Okay, I want to take and play knight d4. Like
I think you must take. And then
if I have this and then I double on the g line.
This looks logical.
This looks very nice for white because.
You also have some ideas b4.
Yes, exactly. B4 is the idea. Or b3, b4, yeah, anything. And if he wants to open the c line here, then this bishop opens. Basically, the king should perish in this line.
Very good play on the g line.
Yes, but the question is this.
Okay.
So bishop g7 with some perpetual checks.
Okay, you can play bishop g5.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, if you take on e5.
No, but this kind of position
should be okay for black.
Should be okay because this stayed in. I gave up one pawn. That's true, but maybe it was worth it. Like
okay,
here, take.
And now queen d5.
Queen d5, queen c3.
And f6.
f6, yeah, kind of shifting move.
Okay, but you can play the rook. Okay,
no,
queen g5.
Queen g5, yeah, and still black is still
nice idea.
Overloaded. Yeah, this one is quite nice. Yeah, so many moves here, and like even that is not the end. Maybe okay, just this and.
Okay.
Now we need to burst through with white because I have also like maybe this plan. So you need to do something immediate.
Rook d1.
Rook d1. That's nice. Can I take and okay? This looks a bit too much, but queen h6 that is at least perpetual for black. Maybe more. It has to be more, yeah. So no, and now like this. I go here. It's still not the end, yeah. So white could take and play this ending. Looks
might be 3.
Very reasonable. There is also maybe rook c8, but no, this is not good enough. So knight b3 you go. Maybe like this, so I intend to play c3.
c3. Funny.
Yes, it's still goes on. Maybe white is a bit better, so I'm not fully satisfied here with black, but at least okay, we are getting chances. Yes? So like if this is what black gets after d4, that's quite good. And this one is not good yet somehow.
Take.
Okay, even queen e7 is fine, but do I have this? It's
You
probably
can
very.
take on d8, takes on f3.
Yes, but this kind of ending should be very nice for black. Yes, okay, no desperado, but like this, just okay. You can involve the king here. yes.
And get checkmated.
Actually, I think, maybe okay. It's consideration that here I would take with the king and just keep this intact. And okay, I don't see the problem with this. Okay, maybe. Yes, maybe this one. Yeah, this one, or I do it right away.
F3.
Just capturing, yeah, so like okay, it looks weird, yeah, so
A knight would be better on e4.
yes, so that's why I want to trade, but then he takes on c3, so I think they're both calculating this line, and okay, maybe let's consider capture. No, this is a really poor piece. And here
Capablanca bishop here.
why this pawn up? But yes, this bishop is never coming out. Yeah, so maybe rook c8 or rook d8, any of those moves. Yeah, and I would take black. Yeah, so okay, so
You have no possibility to activate
yes,
the bishop.
yes. The game still goes on like this. This night, there are some, some moves, but certainly this has to be good for black.
You can try rook b4.
Yes, rook b4, rook a4, something in this sense, and black. If the knight was, for example, here or somewhere anchored, then black is winning. But with the knight floating in the air, then okay, it should be good anyway. To be honest, yeah. So I think advantage
Might be
for black.
playable.
Yes, and but d4, the aforementioned line was decent for white. So let me get back to Kanemarova game and this queen b3.
Okay.
Yes, and okay, if I get this with white every game, I would be white. I mean, I would play this line. I will do it definitely because I have center. What is not to like? I can play maybe with e5. I can do what she did. Very solid. Actually, Korobov's idea. This was very nice. Look at what he did. He rook e8 and he improved his knight maximally to e6. And maybe he was even preparing this here because it was already being played here. Yeah? So this one is cool idea. Maybe he knows that after e5, so g6, e5, this is a good reaction for. So I can park the bishop on g7 and
c5.
Still, black needs to prepare it further. And I mean, white has his own play. So I believe this is also possible, but he went, she went with the bishop f1 and just thinking maybe she's content with the draw, but here I like black a bit. The reason is that I have two bishops and this is
Weak.
This is weak. Okay, this is also weak. Yeah, so like we might in different color. Yeah, so I think who is better in such position? So rook d2 kind of flexible move, intending to double. What could be the plan for either side? So black would benefit if he trades the rooks, maybe even queens, but hard to do. And you can see that this queen, lacks some proper squares. Yeah, I don't want to put it here on d6 because then the knight b5 might. Okay, maybe then this, but it's a bit
No, you
awkward.
can play
Yeah.
knight e5 and get the knight
Yes.
e6.
True. Yeah. So here, this one is
Quite good for white.
quite good for maybe playable for black, but it's certainly is dangerous. Yeah. So
Queen e3.
yes, or
G3.
yes, this one the king side is weakened. So I don't like to trade it. This is my strong bishop. Yes. So maybe just playing bishop g7 and passing down the move.
Wait a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, white could consider this h4 or just kind of waiting policy. Yeah? So I'm not even really sure who is better or what should be the plan. Yeah. So if white trades those bishops, could be some vulnerability here.
Play a6, b5.
Yes, exactly.
Queen b6 probably.
Yeah, so I don't know what to play. Knight e5 is always met by this, yeah, so cannot be played. So what are we doing?
Bishop b5. Okay.
And again, still this doesn't work. We need to make this work somehow. Yeah, again, in knight e4. So, and it's not easy for either side to improve, yeah? So, I mean, white could play something slow. But, there might be some tactics like with the knight e4 also, so not now, but...
If you play king h7, you can try it.
maybe still...
Now you can...
Can we do it? Like...
you can take on... on b3 and then take here and then take the knight.
yes, this one is a nice line. And
what a draw. Oh my god.
It will certainly not happen, yeah, but it's nice. So, here in this board, let me return, Kovo played e4, not d4, but now we discussed this, that
d4?
But I wasn't seeing. Oh, can it be this? But not really.
Not really.
Okay, the bishop is bad, and like some hopes that
take.
okay, how maybe this way.
And also, okay, because of e5.
This one, yes.
The rook is hanging.
Oh, the rook is hanging. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, so this one and queen takes. There is knight e4, but e5 is a problem. Yeah, and there is nothing here, and
you can play f6.
Yeah, this has to be completely winning for white. Yeah, because this is going nowhere. So, so what does he have in mind? Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Just taking back, and actually this wins a piece for black. Surprisingly so. Yeah,
if you take on e7, the queen can take back.
And pin, yeah. But I have
queen g5 or
knight
this
g5.
one.
Yeah, or yeah. So several wins. So this doesn't work. So e4 actually. Did we miss this? Because now Amar could play like
queen g2.
But then already this bishop is.
Okay,
staying here, so maybe
rook d1.
Rook d1. I go here. Still, the pawn stays alive. And okay, now the critical line is maybe something like this. I want to break through.
We also could play bishop h6 after queen b6. Bishop h6, knight h5 or
Knight
bishop.
5 seems to
And
be.
now you can play knight d5. Oh, the bishop is hanging. Okay.
Exactly.
And if you take on g7, bishop,
yes,
knight d5, f6.
Something like this, but
it's not enough.
not enough. Somehow.
We can take on e7. No.
Yes, it's close.
No.
Yes, so a little bit short for white, and now okay, what is it to do? Because then maybe this whole thing was because I was quite optimistic for white, as you remember, but now I see that this will stay like this, and
that's the problem in
the tactic is not really working for white.
Okay, queen g2
Yes,
should be the best.
can you do it like somewhere there, but still it will be knight h5. So let's say, okay, how to resolve now the tangent for black?
And you have not enough time to play king h1 and rook g1.
I think we have that time because black is a bit
What's the
overloaded.
answer?
Yeah. Yes. I don't really want to because d5 is sensitive. So what can I bring the knight back? It seems a bit too slow. So let's say king h1 and rook g1. This is going to be deadly attack now. So about like something like this now.
Okay, but
And if black survives, I would gladly give the exchange, but
it would be the easiest way.
white could take on e4 at any moment. Yes, you know, something like this. That let's say now, how does this work? This, and there is 94 still. Can I do this way and now 94? Okay, I'm intrigued about this line. So I'm forcing g6 and then I want to pounce on it. Now queen f5. Okay, but
You
here
can take.
some mating attack, yeah, like.
Okay, rook g5. Okay, rook g5. If you take, rook
mate.
h5 is mate, yeah.
Nice. Is the only move. I mean, if we don't make a mate, then well, okay. I have some hope for the bishop, but very unclear position here. I believe black because no, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure even what is this one. It's just a sample line that which could happen after logical play. So chances for both sides. Let's take a look at Demchenko's game, and it was Alapin. Yeah, so CD d5, knight c6, bishop c4. This one. What is the bishop c4 about? So, or even here, what's the difference? So here, normal move is knight c6.
If you take with the
Bishop c4, a3. Okay, I don't like this for black. If this is the idea, then it was a poor opening. Okay, it's maybe not so bad because the king is in the middle, and you know, I have maybe some decent development with black like this. It's not so bad, but I like white and
h3.
h3 definitely, yes. And white has the upper hand, so more space. Therefore, maybe not knight b4, or you're expecting something else. Also, I've seen like this move in similar positions, that some tactics, but now it doesn't seem like it's working. Yeah, I can castle, and then later on I will play like this.
It looks
Yeah,
strange.
this trend. So, but you didn't want to play e6, which is like a normal move. Yeah, e6, bishop e7. It's transfer to the bishop.
Rook d1 and
yeah,
knight c3.
queen e2 line of the Alpin. Yeah, so maybe this would have been normal, but knight db4. Also, knight b6 was available. Yeah, so okay, now white could trade, but please, okay, I will offer some bishop trade here, or bishop d7, or even here. I go there.
Bishop g4.
Oh, I want to say that, okay, this is maybe not so bad for black, but knight b4 I like the least, and white is better in the current position. Holka versus Laurusas, and we had, so I mentioned that Laurusas will probably play solid chess, and this is exactly what
You play
happened.
the same variation with black.
Yes, yes. I'm not sure about this bishop d4, bishop c3. Perhaps it's no good. I know knight c3, knight a4, knight d2 is somehow like classical way. But white doesn't have advantage, and here definitely not. So, like he spent 2 tempi and now playing e4. Bishop f1. Something went wrong for white already. Okay, here black keeps the tension wisely and taking on d5 or anything. It doesn't lead far for white. Maybe this would have been logical.
Perhaps you can take on
yes.
e4. Take on e5 and then
Yeah,
you
I
get
can do it.
the
Yeah.
pawn and now take on d2.
Yes, and I will win the second pawn. Yeah, so kind of for the exchange. Which way to do it? Maybe okay, this way and okay, this one actually I like for white. Yeah, so I don't like what we did here, but of course black could do anything here. Black could take and just play rook c8, and there's no problem actually.
Oh, because you
now everything
cannot
is
go
equal.
for
Yeah, I can go here.
d4, yeah.
Yes, yes. Now it's bad news for white, and okay, I would have to play c5, but this one, just take pawn up for black. Okay, some complications, but certainly black is for choice.
It's
Yeah,
okay for black.
yeah, I think. Like this is a nice bishop, but not really influencing the game so much. So I think Laurus is going to win. So now we had this bishop b5 line, and forcing him, because his idea was that now he's going to recapture with the knight and going there and having the h4. I believe this was intended.
No,
So bishop b4 happened. Castles. Now this actually I like this for black just from the first look because
with c5, knight c6.
Yes, also just like this. My only concern is, as always, the black king. So, what are we doing with it?
Stay in the center, or
Yes. exactly. Like there might be some.
bishop a3 is quite okay.
I want to put my knight here, maybe even reinforce it with the second knight. And bishop a3 is typical, but maybe I will just trade the bishop if I can.
And if you play a5?
If you play a5, then maybe your c5 and this will be weak.
Bishop a3?
Bishop a3, I go this way.
c4?
Now you want to open the game, yes. Interesting. Do d5.
d5. It was my idea, but okay, if you take, you must take on
maybe,
d5,
yes.
and then e6.
yes, indeed.
Sacrificed all pawns.
This
now
is
you
dangerous.
must,
If
until you take on d5 and.
I wanted to castle long. How good is this? But of course, now with the equal material, then white should be better. But let's say, yeah, it's still. Can I take this pawn?
Not really. Queen g4, h5. Queen a4.
Okay, yeah, let's conclude. This is dangerous for black, this line. Yeah, I also think that white is a bit better. So c4. Maybe try to ignore it. If you can take an e6.
e6.
Go here. Take. Now ending or no ending. So this one is knight g5, queen g6, maybe. You can even play this position, which I believe it's around equal. some compensation for black. Interesting, yeah, this c4.
Interesting idea.
Yes, if it works, then it's strong, yeah. And taking on a5 with the queen, that's wrong. Just bishop takes c5. White is much better. So, yes, a5, interesting idea. And he in the game he played c4 immediately.
Okay.
But this looks like a good version for black. b5. Oh, but he gave up one pawn in the process. So I actually returned and bishop a3 happened anyway. White is pawn up.
Okay, should take on a3.
He should take, but now I don't like my knight on e7. And
You
here
can play c3.
yes, this could happen. c3, and then I involve my rook. This seems like more or less a clean pawn for white. Yes, because I don't have anything out. I can bring the knight there and try to make a blockade, but just basically white is much better.
Queen e7.
Yes, or yeah, both moves. Yeah, but this one is nice and active. Yeah, some knight g5
Knight
ideas.
g5.
Yeah, this one is has gone wrong for black. Somewhere around here, I even liked it, but he played knight. What about the move c5? Okay, I just want to keep the blockade even at the cost of the pawn, so something like this. I'm just speculating, maybe this is also not strong enough, but
Queen b3 or
queen b3 and then c4 is coming in.
Bishop a3.
Yeah. White, black cannot keep it together, yeah, so just one move too short, or here a5. But then this, or c4, just occupying the center, and it's not so bad for black, but still, casting. This is dangerous. This is bad position for black. So anyway, maybe dc4 was a mistake. Yeah, so maybe castling was, or knight b6 was better. Yeah, so that here I jump there.
Yes.
Is interesting. I mean, also the knight is a bit out of play. It's not so amazing. White could, rook lift and just
knight g5.
Yes. The king side also
weak,
will be in question whenever black castles. He will be hunted, and but it was perhaps better choice than the game, because this one is going to lose. Mahaga versus Visak. And yeah, that was London.
Okay.
95. If still, it has to be some kind of theory. Yeah. So, but now he took. So actually, this is nice. He took and he played a6. That was very circumspect. It avoided all of this queen a4.
Looks like Caro-Kann.
Yes, looks like exactly. So white is definitely fine, but not more. Now he took. Was this necessary? Like I prefer to play this, and if this I go here.
Bishop d3.
Yes, I mean, of course, white is comfortable, but
slightly, but quite equal.
Yes, quite equal position, but he took immediately and then played d6, 95. So here I have two bishops, so something to work with. Although black keeps solid, I don't like what he did with all of this. Like, why? I would have. If I were white, I play bishop e2. If he tries to challenge this one or something, I might play this.
Knight d7.
Yes, knight d7.
It's possible.
Yes, it's possible, but I'm just claiming small advantage here. But instead he went with bishop g5 and this, and I think it helps black here. It gave up the two bishops, and also this one is like a rather nice structure. Yeah? I would say that okay.
Well, it's okay, but
it's okay for black.
Weak,
yes, and where are the both?
Especially in the ending.
So this in the ending h5 could be weak. Later on, we might imagine that white blocks it, but it's still far away. And now, where are the both sides castling? If I go long castles, white could launch something here, maybe. If I go, oh yeah, short castle is not possible, so I'm waiting in the center, perhaps. And for white, likewise, like even with the a4, he's probably not going to castle long. And castling short is possible, but allowing some f4, some
or h4.
yes.
Bishop d3 could be a possibility.
No, this is a bit mysterious. Okay, up till this point, I understand at least the motivation, but what is a4 about? It stops b5. What is necessary? Like
to prevent b5.
So, if I were black, I just play something like rook c8, knight c4, and I wait what develops. Yeah, that's it. Even here, white could go for short castling. Like there is no like mating attack, but it's bit of a pressure there. And white. Okay, what am I playing to do? Yeah, so not so sure. This is a bit puzzling position for me.
It's not easy to find a plan.
Yeah, for both sides. But let's say I would guess it's around equal. But I think white was slightly better and he spoiled it. Rohit versus Valiwara, and we saw this one, and black advanced with d5 and knight b5. Black's idea was that it wasn't really possible to take. Let's check. So this one, if he takes there,
queen takes,
and here I'm trying back. So that's the I'm missing that. This a4.
You can take on a4.
Yes. But maybe it could
Rook
be
c8.
Or rook c8. This one. Take.
Take on b7.
Yes. So take on b7 and here
Rook b8, bishop
or
d5.
anything like it seems black has compensation, but it's okay. It could have been tried, no? Maybe even starting with this, but then rook c8. No, this is not good enough. All right. So really, indeed, did this one? It's a bit puzzling.
We calculated bishop takes on e4.
And then rook c8.
Rook c8.
That's a pawn up. So only thing he could take here, but then rook c8 take. I think this line is more or less forced, yes. So
it looks so.
Well, no, black needs to take here, there, and this is the pawn. Okay,
rook b8.
Black is
Or
maybe not
c4.
yeah, black is not doing badly, but it's a bit tricky line, yeah. So like this, I have also rook b1.
Rook c1.
Do I have this? But maybe now this. So he has a reply for like yes, take this one, this. And here maybe black is a bit better. Yes. Black is a bit better. So drawish, but
c4. But,
yes, exactly, because the white king is far away. So we got sidetracked, but here he jumped knight to b5. And I noticed with Indian players they enter some tactics which are not really clear, and they do it very confidently. And I don't know what to think of it. Like
like a good preparation, or
this cannot be preparation. Yeah, I think just they are good calculators, perhaps. But this one. So what about
this game? Okay.
Yes. What about capturing a knight?
96. What's this?
Yes. This one is hanging. This C1 is.
Okay.
So this doesn't work. So So this knight g5, it prowls this exchange because, okay, what is white going to do? Okay, he can play like this, but okay, this certainly cannot be the idea, yeah?
You can play knight d2. And then f4. Okay, knight e4. Okay, knight d6.
This move.
King f1.
Oh, really? Now you...
No, king f1 in the first.
Oh, king f1 in the first move, but then I'm
Let
happy.
the knight on h3. Okay, now knight f4.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So this is strong, and somehow it allowed black some counterplay, like this knight on e4 has to be captured, normally speaking. So like, but he went knight b5 and
g5.
knight g5, and now it's problematic for white. I mean, okay, he could do this. So if I take, then
Take on a4.
I'm having some compensation here with white, definitely. Yes. So I have. This is rather nice. It's such a great knight.
Rook c6 in the next.
Yes. So now actually the initiative is shifting. Yeah, but okay, black doesn't need to do it. It's a bit far fetched. Also, I see a nice tactic. Take here.
Okay.
And whether you take or not, yeah, let's say this, then I do this, and I win the rook in the end.
Okay,
So,
I have an idea. Take on g5. If you take here,
yeah.
take on g5.
Isn't
The
the
queen
same?
is okay. And now you cannot take.
I can play this.
Okay, and then take on c6, if possible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How good is this?
It should be better for white.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm calculating some rook c1, but
h4.
I can even
h4.
take. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
h4 g3. Oh.
h4 g3, and my queen gets kicked off.
Yes.
Yes. So true. Yeah. Yeah. Some
Quite
tactics. Going on. So yeah, how do you get here? Yeah. So this one. Yes, he intends to use the d6 square in all of the lines, and not so easy for black to decide. Like at some point f6, but it's I'm not trusting this move, so
Okay.
seems better for white. Akanksha. So we
okay,
played have seen this ready, and she played kind of normally with c6 bishop c5, but she lost some time, and this one has to be better for white, no? And I would expect bishop b3 move. Maybe this was the problem. It still could be played. Knight e4, and maybe tiny bit better for white, but there could be some opposite color bishop endgame on the board. So I think white definitely wanted more.
What's the reason?
So rook e1, bishop d6, h3. Yeah, that's a useful move. And
No, it's better for white.
it has to be better for white. And I feel that black needs to do something quickly. Something in this sense, e4. So whenever, if I take there with some pins, maybe b4, but b4 I have this. So what could white organize? Maybe just winning this pawn. Yeah, could be idea. But still, I would. So let's say this. I'd prefer this position compared to the game, because here I'm pawn down, but opposite card bishop endgame, and this one is coming in. So I mean, white need yes, white can improve, and this is precarious for black. Yeah, no squares for his pieces, and she needs to somehow withstand this pressure. But also b4 is coming. Yes, this is dangerous. But something along those lines, maybe ditching this pawn could be an idea. But she went back and just playing passively, And I believe this is not going to cut it, and white has great chances for a win. Two bishops, he could advance on both sides actually. He could bring the king. Even rook trade is decent. I mean,
I think the pair of bishops will get more and more better.
yes, big advantage for white. Druska Canemarala, and we saw it was Sicilian, and Canemarala chose bishop e7 and hedgehog, yes, so good enough. Castles, g4. I don't like g4 yet.
Me too.
I mean, this
It's too early, I think.
at some position this arrives, yeah, but after some build up, maybe rook d1, doubling, I don't know. This seemed like it's asking for too much, white, but it makes some sense. So he was hit.
He gained some space
f5.
on the king side, f5.
And I'm not sure that f5 is a good move because this structure where the black pieces are boxed in. I would much rather play something like this if I get the chance.
To open the center.
Does he have some attack like h5, g6 or
f5?
f5? Yes.
f6 could be.
Yes, I like this was my idea that I will win the piece back like this.
Okay, but you can play bishop f5 and e5. f6, bishop f5.
f4, yeah. So
f4. And now. Okay,
yeah, I can see it now. This and pin.
And so pinning, yes.
And white pinning and winning, yes. So yes, but this is okay. So this one, yeah, you meant
Queen c6.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so there he has a counterplay and has to be watched. So this one, bishop d6. But looks silly for black. So let me play e5. Now I have bishop a4, and like this position.
Perhaps you can take on h7.
Yes, let's attack.
Okay, take
Check.
on g7, rook f. Okay, check.
Check and g6 or what?
Or rook f6. Check.
Yes.
Check and rook f6.
And now we intend to play. Is it enough? Oh, it's
should be enough. Rook knight e5 is a possibility. Knight d5.
Should now white make perpetual check that?
You can play knight d5, takes, and then g6.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No. That was the wrong idea, okay.
Yes, but yes, this one is, but it has to be winning attack, no? Like, okay, just we'll do it prosaically like this, yeah.
Okay.
This is made, yeah, so no need
Easy.
to be fancy, yeah. Yeah, so this one is very, very dangerous, and actually he got some traction here with g5, h4. You're just preparing f5. And what is it? Okay, she could anticipate f6 and play something like this, but okay, maybe now f5 is premature. Yeah, white could prepare it somehow. Maybe h5, g6. Maybe rook 8 is like typical move here, so maybe she could have decided to play it. Yeah, but f5 I don't like, and the reason is that now both of those pieces are stuck behind the pawn chain, and even knight d5 that I'm not sure about. If I was white, I want to capture on d5 with the piece and keep like the d file open. But okay, let's see what damage from this, and always better like
bishop d2, bishop c3.
yes, and two bishops rule the board. There's a problem with the f5 pawn, and whenever she plays g6, it will be hit by h5. And like in general, the king is too airy here. Yeah. So let's say rook e8. Okay, even giving up this pawn because, or maybe like this. Just, but I'm never really threatening to take this. Yes. Yeah, so I will have to play like I would like to play this and bishop f8, but then I lose the pawn, and I cannot.
Rook e8.
So let's say this, yeah, this rook, yeah. So, but now bishop g5 is the idea. So, Dankeschön. Yes, we have our colleague supporting us. So we can play
Rook e1.
we can play rook e1. If I was black, I would just snap it off anyway. Yeah.
Okay,
so.
take on e8.
And take, king f7. Okay, this looks like it's good for black.
And if you play rook e6, perhaps you can take on d5. Bishop c4. No? But you can take on f5.
Here. Something, but a bit murky for white. Yeah. So I would like to get more. Yeah. So we'll just maybe step out with the queen going. I was thinking about this check, but this doesn't lead anywhere. So let's. Or can I do this? No.
It doesn't lead anywhere, but you can take afterwards first the check and then.
But then bishop g5, or the queen will be trapped basically here.
It's too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Queen is gone, yeah?
Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't see that. Yeah. Okay.
But if you take on f5?
Yes, I was thinking about this line. But now I don't have g6, I have f5.
f5.
I intend to play this, but...
This is really tricky. Yeah?
And g6.
Even for a grandmaster, that's
it's not
tricky.
enough.
it's tricky, but I still keep the material. Yeah, so we need to... Okay, let's play something normal. Yeah, let's say queen
f3. Something normal. Solid, normal, steady.
Yes. And still for black, it's awkward because those are my next move. Actually, I put rook here.
The rook on a.
Yes, this is a big gaping hole there in the, and I have this
you never
one.
Can.
And this hole calls, fill me.
Yes, with the doubling on the e file and everything, this is like this bishop is terrible piece.
Completely agree.
Okay, you can play c4, queen c5. And probably get the pawn. Oh,
okay.
Not really.
So white is not without its defenses and counterattacks.
No.
So let's say bishop
d5.
d4. Just I was just protecting. And what about this position? I still like white, but it's.
Oh, the hall is still calling. Fill me.
Yeah, and there is also bishop a4.
It's interesting when you can take the knight.
It is really.
And now I mean with h5.
The h pawn.
Yes, but
it should be winning. Not
At least you have the can opener now.
Yes. So let's say h6. Is this a win?
And that's a perfect can opener.
So like this, now I am in trouble here, yeah?
Rook e1 and a4.
Cannon is a nice cheese. It does have its holes, not suitable for defense.
Okay. I agree. Just a4 is a bad position because I am too split here, yeah. But all right. So something like this, and I like white. Yeah, so many options here.
Same.
Yes, yes. So
Much more options
yes. So
including the nice holes. Who call? Film me.
so Alvarez Serrano. So against Kenan. So now we saw here he played b3 move, which I suggested, and Kenan just sacrificed
b5.
back. But okay, he wants to take here or not. So why not?
Rook. No. Knight e5 or rook e1.
95 I could take.
So it's not his birthday, so we shouldn't give him too many presents.
Okay, now bishop d3 is 95, so he needs to give the two bishops, and maybe he didn't like this position that it's a bit
Very active for white.
very active, but I will play this one, and somehow I'm not sold on this for white because he's pawn down, and
Can
the rest
knight e5
95
and
can I
take on a8.
yes that's some compensation but not good enough. Yeah, so okay, what about
Otherwise, I play knight c6. Okay, if you play.
yes, but then you play knight c6. Even this is like no very nice for white, it seems. Yeah, yes,
Many
so
threatenings.
there's even something like okay, just a silly line. This is like knight c6, and I wanted to trap the queen somehow, but no, this doesn't work. Okay, I can take here, but it's not what I intended. Yes.
But it wouldn't be too bad to go with the bishop now on b2.
Yes, but
the
unfortunately,
rook is saying that.
And the sorry, the rook is
yes, I wanted to do this here.
Yeah.
Let's-
First secure the rook, and
but
then
also okay. Anyway, just
It's not working.
not working.
but
Despite being
Oh,
a
just,
beautiful hole
simply
on
this.
c6, huh?
yes, I mean here those are 2 pawns, but actually I'm winning the exchange back, and then knight c6. No, this is definitely better for white. So.
And another story of the hole who calls, film me.
Shall we refresh or?
Yes,
You
we
have
should reload it. And we had this this b4, I believe, mistake, and now
Oh, this Caro-Kann.
so h5 and a5 usually is not good to combine, but even this like very unusual. I'd maybe consider this move, so that after b5 I have this. And it's kind of asking the
Good
white,
square
okay,
for the knight,
what does he
yeah.
want to do here? But okay, he played knight h4, also typical.
Okay. The b4 is hanging.
Knight c3, but
That's
not
not
sure
so
that-
important. Yeah.
that this one is
Okay.
so great for black. Okay, he could he take? No. Oh, there is some
G3.
G3, yes.
At least the black queen is not really actively playing.
Yeah, this one loses. Yeah, so. Now it's black to move. So what can he make? Knight d4 I don't like. Actually, it loses the h5 pawn. Then it's bad. Maybe I could play g6, but what is
F6 is not possible.
Yeah, f6 is
And
not.
then you create the most beautiful hole on f6, crying, fill me, and you don't even have to fill it because it's already. No way.
But I start to dislike black's position because still this g3, like this queen is awkward. Yeah.
Knight
Yeah,
e5.
the queen is not the most active in this
Yes.
position.
Yes.
What can he do with this queen? He can completely retreat or place himself in h3 in
This.
Queen f6.
Oh, queen f6 naturally. Yes.
The only one.
Yes.
Knight
Knight d4,
d4,
knight
you
d3.
take and knight f3.
But then you
Yes,
can
yes.
take the pawn. No.
Or this one.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
It has to be better for black, no?
Mm-hmm. d5.
e5 and look at this bishop.
Jesus.
Knight
Yeah.
f5.
It's very
It's
poor.
winning
Yeah.
probably.
Yes, yes. This one, the king will be hunted. Yes, so. D4, interesting move. Just trying to win the e5 pawn. So thus he must protect it. I guess.
And now
Now still queen
f4.
H5 for this.
How about
Queen f4. And then don't want to play the rookie one, but
Yeah, only
it's
but
the
then
only
that
way
loses
to
this
get
way,
out.
yeah? No, this is also pretty poor for white. This kind of this position, yeah. Two bishops for black
Two
and
bishops and
dominating the board. Yeah, I have also the passer.
the weak bishop on,
Yes,
on
one
a1.
has to get rid of the d4 pawn. If white manages to get that
d4 is very strong.
D4 is a strong move, which
in my
I
opinion.
underestimated at first. Yeah,
So that's
can I
the
play?
first objective of white.
It's just simplifying. I want to
Yeah.
whenever you take.
You can
can-
take
you
on
can be-
c6 and on d4.
You can be stubborn with rook
Okay.
d8.
This
Yes, but
could equal. Okay.
somehow
But now you can
just attack it.
capture on c6, knight d6.
Yeah, first the rook on d1 probably.
If you play a rook d1, then take on e5, or
The
here,
pawn is hanging on or here.
or here.
All here.
Also
But
e5.
also might be possible. Yes, I don't know. But you'll
So-
be left
And
with
then you take
or
the,
c3.
yes. You take the pawn a step further and then yes.
But you can
difficult
take on
choice.
c3 and exchange the rooks. It's not hanging.
Yeah,
there,
this
though.
is okay. Maybe some drawing chances, but this is not good for white.
Mhm.
This is bad. So
Okay, what
rook
do
d8. So it's just a
Okay,
taking.
take.
idea, get rid of
Take,
the defendant.
yes.
Yes.
What to do with the bishop on c8?
Like c5. I want to. I
It's
want to.
okay for white.
It's okay for white. Yes, yes.
Probably the best variation for him.
Can I keep the bishops and but not really? Yeah, that you target my.
You agree? I'm keeping both bishops.
So this one.
Take on d4.
Because I have this.
Bishop
yeah?
b6
Exactly. And the draw is.
coming.
Yes.
Jesus
Again. Very coolish. Yeah. So
very cool.
Lusinger, Yelisev, and
Oh, what happened there?
so
Okay, well,
yes. Let's go through. And we had this position. I was
Okay.
expecting queen e3. So okay,
it
rook d8.
came.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And now
Okay, c5.
we have something
Not
similar.
bishop b7. And now you
it was
can play.
even better because he included rook b8 forcing b3 first. Yeah, so it's like any. And now he's playing for win. Yeah, so pawn up. c4. I think this is a success. And okay, it should be a draw. The reason is that black's pawn structure is a bit damaged, but and his rooks are passive, but still a lot of play left. e5
Okay,
pawn is running.
rook a6 and okay.
Okay, so what is black going to do? He could improve the king, or whenever he plays with the rooks, then a7 falls, and these pawns are going to be quick. And black could even lose this, yeah, if he's careless, yeah. So
Okay, black can play rook c d7 and e4, e3.
trying to run, yeah. So so I will. Could I play c5 immediately? Trying
Probably.
to, or
c5.
That was my first study.
but then still you can
Of course he can.
like
But,
this.
but this would give him at least the possibility to.
Okay, now e3 or
Or you
Yes,
can-
It's the same.
this I don't like for white. Yeah, this one was premature. This I want to.
Or you can exchange this one against those two.
But this one is maybe.
I mean, this one
Maybe.
is more important.
Or if I wait here. So I want to, after e4, I want to capture the pawn.
okay.
But you
Why
can
not-
improve
why
the
not-
king.
Why not attack him frontally?
Yes, yes.
Okay, to protect the G6 is
Yes, I think this is a
probably
good spot for
the
the
right
king,
way.
also for some kind of tactics. It vacates the 8 rank, and it's good for ending. And now white could jump in with this, but still e4 is dangerous.
Also H4, H5, H4 is a good idea.
If you don't advance,
take.
you have to.
Yeah, well, I wanted to invade there, but also f6 is.
H5,
H5. That's.
So you are waiting for me to play. Okay, I'll play c5.
H4. Okay, you must attack the C pawn. Probably this one.
Yeah.
Then you can change on G3.
Okay.
A6. Oh no, it's not possible.
Is this motive
Yes,
available? Yes.
Yes. This is a very nice thing.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
And you had the
explore this.
possibility to play C7. It was here. I cannot take on G3. Now you can play
Yes,
C7.
yeah.
First, I must play
That's-
rook
that's
C7.
really strong.
Instead
The pawns are not enough. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now rook C7.
So on the 7th row.
And
it's
you cannot
really-
play B5 because of A6. Well, it's okay for black.
It's okay.
Of course, it is also always okay for. But okay, can I protect it with the king stubbornly like?
Okay.
You can try to pick off the G3 pawn. Could it be the situation that I will have to give up the rook and you will have those 3 pawns? But then,
It should be better for white, I think.
yes, okay, I can maybe
white
time
still
it.
Okay, rook
has
C8.
Serious chances now.
It's about the same, no? It's like no, this one is very speculative, but yeah, let's say this. Just put it on the board. Queen, I give a check. Something like this. Now, who is better in this position?
We should ask Stockfish.
I vote for white.
Equalish.
It's equalish, but white should have.
Is
enough
this
for-
Kale the evolution?
Yeah, this is 0-0. Here we see the lines. It's not for our broadcast.
Ah, okay.
So I can
Not our position.
appear clever. Yeah, if I can see then.
If you can.
I think.
You take white, yeah?
I would take white. But that's my personal favorite.
Both sides could win, yeah. Like
But you
both
can play
sides could
King
be
F5, F3. Yeah, it's equal.
all the moves, yeah.
It
So
depends on the next mood of black.
but then it means that black made some. So actually, you see, this position is not so great for black. It's I would. Yeah, we have a new guest. Hello, welcome.
He knows me. He's my friend.
We know each
Hello, I'm Milan Pacher from Slovakia.
India.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Edin.
Yes. Would you like to join this team? You can replace me. I'll take a bit of a break, okay?
Or can we make a break, Milan?
Yes. Yes, we can
I
both
also.
take a break and,
Okay.
and you can focus with Volker, yeah? Soon in 10 minutes, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, this one.
You also want one?
But very good analysis. What we have seen, wow. So many tactics.
Yes. We are looking at the game between Mahito's Day and
But it's nice to find crazy.
Max Hess.
From Munich, international master from Munich.
Ein
Oh, okay.
Lokalmatador, Max Hess, 2397 DWZ-Punkte.
2 hours.
And Mahito's Day mit 2261, also fast gleich stark.
Mahito Steh played the Norm tournament.
Okay, okay. The one that Jubilava played now.
No, before.
Before.
There were 5 groups and he played in one IM.
Right,
You
right,
can
right.
have a look at that game from the start if you want to.
Okay.
So it's very easy.
Right, right.
We start D4, D5, nothing spectacular.
Right.
C4, E6.
So the Queen's Gambit declined, correct?
Queen's Gambit declined, our expert.
Okay.
Perfect. Sorry, let's first that one, then that one. But we have some developments after the 8th, 9th,
It looks
10th movement.
quite normal, except that white has a double pawn.
Nothing in spectacular here. 11th.
Yeah, very standard position we have.
No risk, no fun here.
Right, right.
And then we on the 14th, we have a small castling.
Right.
White. And first action attack by black on f3.
Right.
Very easily defended.
Okay.
Then little counter attack, taking the rook on e8. Small castling for black. So both kings, sorry, are safe.
Right.
Then a little development. Black finally finished his development with the knight on f6. Now, in the 19th move, everybody is retreating to f6, f3,
Okay.
and then small gaping hole for black on g6. Even the small gaping hole for white, g3. Then
Well, you have the white bishop, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem, yes. It's a very serious good consideration. Now the white king actually goes into this tiny little hole. 21st move, king
Right.
goes to g2, and black retreats with his bishop to f8, probably wants to attack on the other side. The white knight attacks on e4, the black queen on e6, the black queen goes to a5. Invasion move.
I think there are two targets for white. You know, the c4 pawn and the a7 pawn are relatively weak.
That's the reason we have you. So
Yes.
the strategic goals
Yes.
you saw very
Correct.
clearly. Please,
So-
could you repeat it? So white
Yeah,
has
black
two.
needs to be very careful because
About?
it has got two specific weaknesses on c4 and a7, two isolated pawns,
Two isolated pawns.
which
So
white needs to kind of.
every trainer will tell you isolated pawns do have a normal disadvantage, and
Yes.
only very, very, very special situations that
Correct.
they are an advantage.
They can become a passed pawn and a pain sometimes, but
They can have, sorry, a pain in the ass, in the wrong place. And now it continues because
yes,
he advances with his c4 pawn to c3, the black.
yes,
The white, of course, takes it with his knight. Compensation for
that's
black.
I think
at
very
a2.
smart by Max Hess to dilute the pawn. No? It's a very
Yes.
smart play.
He just gave it up to kill the a2 pawn, which is the opposite pawn of his other isolated pawn on a7.
Now
So
this
he
is very close to a
prepares.
draw.
He prepares. Yeah, that's very close to a draw. I completely agree. Attack of white with his rook on a3.
It's a beautiful move.
It's a very beautiful
You
move.
can't capture the pawn. You can't capture the queen as well. So I mean, like it's
And the black rook takes on the c3. The white queen retakes on the c3. And jup, the black queen gulps up the rook on a4.
and he'll
And
grab the knight. Yeah.
Now the white queen is free to move to f6, capture the unguarded knight. And black tries to get some counterplay with moving the bishop to c5.
The series of exchanges are also left white and black with an opposite color bishop with
Which points strongly towards your first suspicion that might be a drawish game.
yes.
Because in the end, two bishops on different colors normally
Yes.
make it highly unlikely that anything important.
In rare cases, it does win when you have a clear advantage in some way. But this time, I guess when both white and black, black has managed to liquidate the weakness very cleverly. You know, so
So
our appreciations to Max Hess for
Yeah.
working his way to a smooth draw.
And so after retreating the white queen to c3, black attacks the queen with his blackish bishop on d4. White counterattacks the black queen with his pawn on b3. And then there's an exchange of queens.
Yeah.
So black takes the queen on c3.
It's like a tiny ant challenging an elephant.
Yes, definitely. Two elephants. And white retakes the black queen on a4.
Yeah.
So both have now an a pawn isolated. So
Yes.
that doesn't give anybody any advantage. And both have a different color.
I guess normally what players do at these positions, they look at each other, they lift the head lid, and then they'll smile, and then they go for the pen and signature.
And what tells us is the result? Yes, they did it. They did a perfect draw.
Yeah.
Well done by Maxes.
Yes, I mean,
As
like
also Marito States played
Yes,
quite well. So let's have a look at another game.
sure, yeah.
For example, that one.
And it's still going on. We have another ending on hand, and it's a double rook and pawn ending. So,
It's
I think slightly loaded in favor of black, but
first of all, let's mention it's Lutzinger Irene,
yes,
and against Yelisiev Yevgeny.
right.
Lutzinger with 2,261
61 and
Yelisiev
Evgeny is 2412.
2,412.
Yes.
And let's go back a little bit, or forward a little bit, sorry.
Yes.
So black moves up his king.
Right.
Golden rule in endgame,
Mm-hmm.
activate your king.
Yes, it can be used as a third piece.
And white does the same.
Right.
Black continues to g6.
Mm-hmm.
White moves up his pawn to to c5,
Right.
advancing here, and that was the last move.
31, yes.
What can the black Evgeny Yeliseyev do now? Let's have a look here. What would you do?
I would first come to the conclusion that white should be wise enough not to trade off one rook, because black has an extra pawn in the center, the e5 pawn, which can become very dangerous as soon as one rook is exchanged or both rooks.
The powerful fist of the three pawns in the center. Yes,
Yes.
I completely agree. Three pawns.
But then-
even with a double pawn doesn't make any difference. They are
Yes.
like a complete fist in the center. And white only has the G and H pawn, which doesn't really help much. in
Yeah, but
blocking
white
the-
is kind
the
of a
F8.
pin down. White has a threat on the a7 by two rooks, which is defended by two rooks. So it's like they have tied up both the elephants.
They're tied up. Yeah. Okay.
So
And,
maybe the
that
king can move to e3, occupy a decent square,
Yeah.
the center, and
But now it's black's move. So if
black
black moves ahead
maybe
here,
think of going to kg5. But then the rook on a4 is going to cut the king,
and
then king.
And what would you suggest? Defending this pawn, advancing is not possible, or even advance with the king?
I guess ke3 looks a little more attractive because they may.
Here?
Yeah.
That's more attractive. Oh, good. And then
Because if you kind of allow e4 followed by kg4, kf3, then it could become a big headache.
if he managed to advance on e4,
Yes.
so it's, let's say, for the moment blocked, and the f4 square, which is very important, is for the moment blocked. So the three pawns of black are for the moment neutralized,
Yes.
or blocked, which is not a tiny achievement.
Yeah, definitely. Because you see, though it's not a zugzwang, but it's still something like that because all the pieces are placed in probably ideal squares and moving them might give away, the equality. So,
I agree.
and then of course the double pawn also we couldn't forget this. A pawn in f6, if you go for an ending, that can play a vital role, the extra pawn in terms of opposition.
Makes a great difference. You're right.
So,
And the plan for white would be to move this rook here, or keep up the pressure here on the a7 pawn, or what do you think?
white can do one more thing. Probably he can even play b4 and release the knight on a4 and slowly,
Even play b4.
b4 and
Black would do what?
black probably would want to take an open file, play one of the rooks to d7 followed by rook d3 check and things like that.
One
Drive.
of the rooks to d7.
Yeah.
Probably that one.
Yes.
And then
Maybe this rook will little come back to rook a3 so that the rook check could be, denied.
neutralized,
Yes.
I completely agree.
It's going to be a very tricky affair. I mean, rook endings are not easy, but I guess
Normal rook endings are not easy, but this one will at least have two rooks, which gives more options.
the possibilities are numerous. And
Yeah, more options definitely for both.
in fact, black rooks are slightly awkwardly placed because they are side by side to each other. So the rooks,
Which is not the ideal place rooks should be, only on the 7th or second row, but not on the own second row.
in fact, I would say even the black king is more active than black rooks. The king is playing a very vital role.
Definitely, he's more active because he can advance.
Yes, yes.
He can stay back. He can go even on the other way around if necessary. But this activity is compensated by the inactivity of the two rooks.
Yes, yes.
That's not very easy to guess. Okay, we will keep that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can come back to this game and we can
this
see.
game on a later basis. Now we're going to the game of Doya Marius with 2,497.
It's a good rating, yeah. Hassanov Zor at 2284, so
Hazanov.
Hassanov, yeah.
2,284, so also 200 points difference there.
Yeah, but the lower rated one has got 40 minutes on clock and the higher rated DR Marius
And
has
just
25 minutes.
With a rough glance, he has much more space.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. So let's have a look on the last few, let's say from the 11th movement. So we were beginning with a very nice
I think
D4, C6, D4,
The
D5,
Caro-Kann,
the Caro-Kann classic,
advanced.
and exchange on C5, E6, A3, then retaking with the bishop on C5, white queen going outside, making a little excursion on G4, the knight on the E7, sorry.
He is willing to give the G7 pawn for some activity, but white is cautious.
Yes, B4 attacking the bishop, black counter-attacking the queen, which is more obviously, H5, retreating the white queen to D1, retreating the black bishop to B6, then the white knight going out of his
You can see
stable on
already the
F3.
opening is a victory for black because you can see all the pieces are in the first rank for white. And black has managed for some development,
Yes, that's
He has moved a
the
pawn to
ground
H5.
position 0.
Start. So
Actually,
it
that's
shows
a
the
really-
higher rated player is definitely a stronger player.
A really nice side, yes. A lovely view. And then at last he's going out with his first piece on knight
By
on
move
F3.
9. Oh, number 9, white has managed to bring a first piece out.
Yeah, the first 9th movement. So
Yes.
and then 10th movement, it's black's knight to g6. Then 10th movement, white bishop to b2.
Right.
White gets attacked by the help yourself by the
Yeah, flank, pawn on the flank.
pawn
Yeah.
on the a5. White continues its
I can maybe,
development.
for a short intervention, I can
Yes.
see that because black has already played h5 and he's also playing a5, which means he may not even be castling. He's opening up on both sides and he's willing to attack.
on
Is-
both
yeah.
on
A
both
small indication.
on both flanks.
Yes.
Whichever
Little
goes
unusual.
first. Yeah, a little very unusual.
He is putting safety behind.
Safety behind. Attack full force.
Yes.
Yes, you're perfectly right. So 11th move, white develops his bishop to d3, and then black attacks with
okay.
his knight on h4, which is a little bit premature. White manages to make the castling on the king side.
Yeah.
Black exchanges his pawn on
Right.
d4. White retakes. So
Yeah, in the standard
black
rook exchange.
has to exchange because his rook is not guarded.
Correct.
The white one is guarded. So after the exchange with the rooks on a1, the bishop on b2 takes on a1. Now black exchanges a knight on f3. White retakes with his queen, so the queen is developed.
Right.
And now comes the black queen on h4, which is a little bit premature in my humble opinion, because some pieces are still
Yes, the
stuck.
c8 and the b8.
The c8 bishop and b8 knight are still in their starting holes,
Yeah.
and the black queen is only supported by the black bishop on b6. So
Yeah, it's too
actually
little
it's-
material to land a
it's-
checkmate
it's
or
two
an attack.
pieces for an attack is not a very big army.
Correct.
And let's see. White reacts, yeah, just developing, keeping developing. Knight c3. Now black knight c6. The white knight is a little bit faster on b5, and now black does this castling on the king side. The rook, the white rook goes to b1, attacking position, but it's not very active in my
Yeah, you
opinion.
could see the b4 pawn is blocking the rook and e5 pawn is blocking the bishop. So,
So,
the
yeah.
pieces are there, but
But the blocking is also
correct. They're not.
And the black
Bishop
develops
is- yeah, finally.
his bad bishop on from c8 to d7, which doesn't really activate it, but a little bit better than nothing.
Yes.
And last movement, the white knight jumps to d6 in attacking position, but actually not doing much damage here.
Yeah, but
Not yet.
the b7
The
pawn
b7 pawn
should be
which
guarded. Yeah.
is important, must be guarded for later on.
Yes.
Because without that, that would be the complete
Yes, yes,
flank.
yes.
on
The
on
b4
on
pawn
the
might
queen
run
side
away.
might be completely unguarded and overrun by the red pawns otherwise. So he has to guard it.
There is an old saying which says knight on the 6th rank wins by itself, but I wouldn't fully agree with that, but you better don't give the b7 pawn.
Yes, that's
Because if you give away the b4 pawn can become dangerous and might start run away.
But this b7 pawn is blocked by his bishop in front, so he can't move forward. So he has to be defended. And there
Maybe-
are actually theoretically only three types of moves, and I don't see which one is best because they are all bad.
One bishop to c8, rook to b8, and knight to d8. So
Yes, not a pleasure, none of them.
I guess BC8. I'll go for BC8 because if he managed to take the bishop, then I'll be done with a bad bishop at least.
Oh, you mean the bishop reducing this?
If he manages to, unfortunately, if he captures the bishop with the knight, knight is placed pretty well, then it'll be good for black to get rid of the c8 bishop, which is
Of this bad bishop getting rid of, but also, yeah, probably the engine says it's probably good for black, because then he has obviously to take back.
Right.
But the white does have the pair of bishops. So if he manages to activate that, well, might be interesting. But as before, the white bishop here is not very active.
uncle கூப்பிடுறேன். They have to replace me. I think who will come in my place? So he says we need to go. The car is waiting, and
Milan Pacher, your type, is much appreciated here because his car is waiting.
I'll maybe spend a longer time tomorrow. Since he has played 2 tournaments today, the junior and the B group, so he's a little tired.
2
and,
tournaments.
Yes,
That's
yes,
a great achievement. How old is he?
He's around 11 or 12.
Oh, that's quite.
He's the
quite
son
an
of our
achievement.
one of our senior committee members, Swami's son.
Yeah.
So we forced him to play the juniors in the afternoon. He said
You
it is going to
forced
leave me
him.
exhausted.
You
then
were forced
then
him.
I
That's a good idea.
told him that you don't get a federated tournament in your hometown so easily. You got to go to Hamburg or you got to go to Frankfurt to play a tournament. So we went to Karlsruhe a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of effort for your dad. So it's a small help that you can play a tournament right here. And,
So he actually went to Karlsruhe?
yeah. He played quite well. In fact, out of 9 rounds, he gained 62 rating points because he's rated around 1500 and all his opponents were 1800 and more. So even if it was a big tournament with more than 3000 players. We had Magnus Carlsen and a lot of top guys playing out there.
Oh, Jesus.
And this time it was, the German, I would say, a way of bringing new things to the world. They had a freestyle and a classical tournament going together. And for the first time in the history of chess, they introduced a novelty where, it is a 9-round tournament, and after half the way, 4th or 5th round, you can decide to switch over to either of the tournaments. So you can come back from freestyle to classical, your score is, retained. If you are having 4 out of 5, then you continue the classical. And in case you have started with 3.5 bar 4 here, you can go there and continue the freestyle also.
Oh, that's cute.
So I think it's a German novelty, Deutsch novelty. So I hope it picks up, and how much the players or how much the FIDE will appreciate, I don't know. But they have brought up something new to the world. So, yes.
Glad to hear it.
Yes.
Some very good development.
Yes. In fact, a little couple of months prior to that, in Witsun in northern Germany, they held this freestyle tournament, which was won by Vincent Keimer, the new German champion.
The old and new German and German champion and the assistant of the world champion.
Yes,
Not
of
to
course.
not to forget, he did all the dirty
He
work.
did his.
The heavy work,
well, we
let's
will
say,
put it,
the
he did his
overnight
bit.
Sessions. he made his contribution. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So
in fact, he went home with the big money because he won $200,000 in Witsun ahead of Carlsen, the Caruana and the top guys.
that's really achievement in front of those guys.
Yes.
And he's only 20 years old, I think.
Yeah. I mean, like he is leading the future of German chess, if I'm not wrong. So I'm sure the kids will look forward to someone like Keimer to,
And what I always find important, he's not alone.
Yes.
There's Mr. Costa, there is...
the Rasmus brothers, Svein and Fredrik Rasmus, they are pretty good.
Svane brothers.
And Bluebaum is also very strong.
Yes, Blübaum Matthias
Yes.
is also there, not to forget.
Yes.
And there are many.
I just wish Yeah. I just wish this German team brings the golden days when Germany once won the European Championship. Remember, some time back. So that was
So in the next, let's say,
maybe 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years, we will see some development here, some
Yes,
serious
yes.
development.
Yeah.
Good to hear. But also India is a very, very strong chess nation. So many talents. I can't even name them apart from the world champion Gukesh. But there are dozens, hundreds of grandmasters and international masters. Yeah.
Well, to just
Freedom
put
Masters,
your
whatever.
words in a small indication, see this tournament of Open Up that we are playing. So the largest number of players from a single country is Germany with 45. The next largest contingent is from India, which is having 33 players.
Well, if you put it in relation with the population, well, that's an achievement for Germany, but never I estimated an India.
Yes.
So I've
But
I've
I
learned
guess
that in history.
someone would want to travel 8,000 kilometers to play a tournament, which means the tournament is a very important part of their calendar, the Munich Chess Festival, and it's really picking up. The third year is, I would say, was most successful, and it is going on the right track.
Thank you to hear that. Very nice.
Yes, they managed to conduct, I think 6 or 7 tournaments, correct?
Yes. And even the first Munich Chess Festival, I will never forget because we made all the mistakes. But actually, we were able to stump up 35,000 euros in prize money, which is not a small
That's
amount.
quite an incredible thing. Yeah.
And we had 9 different tournaments.
Okay.
Which I can't really remember all of them, but actually I was the chief supervisor for the anti-cheating things,
right.
and I only remember not sleeping very long.
Right.
But we were somehow successful in welcoming many different nations, among them India. I remember a very young candidate master who I personally took care of a little bit with his mum. And I was impressed and astonished how serious these Indian youngsters play and train and are being prepared, of course.
Yeah.
Because if they travel a few thousand kilometers, well, that's serious business.
Yes, of course. I mean, like a couple of them had played the Stavanger, the Norwegian Open, and then they're coming all the way from here. A few have played in, I think, Spain and... because Europe is the happening place, and then I think the Indian kids are making the best use of it.
Happy to hear that.
Yes.
So now
It's been a great time. I guess I'll join you back in the next round. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. It was been a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed the company.
Comment. Of course I did, and I hope.
In fact, just to bring a little piece of history, this is not the first time I'm talking in German media. A long time back in Sparkassen Dortmund, when they have the chess classic mains and Sparkassen Dortmund side by side.
One of the big events. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Helmut Flieger, the grandmaster and former German champion and Olympian,
Flieger.
he used to invite me to the commentary room, and we used to discuss.
That's where you got your insightful things. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
So
I
I am grateful to Dr. Flieger and the German.
I'm looking forward to you tomorrow.
Yes. So
We hand over now to introduce yourself, Milan and Milan Pacha, Grandmaster.
maybe a little bit of a snacks. Is that okay?
Of course. That's that for you.
Is another one?
Why don't you have another one? Of course.
Danke.
So, hello, welcome back.
Is it now? Is it switched on?
Yes,
It's okay.
switch on. Yeah, it should be all working. Yes. So, thank you, gentlemen. See you later. Yes. So, we'll stop this.
Should we refresh?
Yes, and we should reload all of this without analysis. And here we are. So Werner played here. We are considering d4, but he played bishop d7. Now knight to d4. Now take. What can we say about this position if black takes? Let's say knight b7. and I can go back. Still seems to me that black is a bit better, but okay, it's not so clear because here okay, black king is
Try
okay.
c4.
Yes, c4. Also weak back rank, which I don't like. So yes, but this one is white playing for a draw. Maybe this is not necessary to do it right away. I could make a luft and then afterwards. Okay, two bishops promising for black. Yeah, let's say that some advantage. Now let's check this ending.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's still going on and complicated. Yeah, so white is advancing, but black also is. So he would like to play with f4 and then we have a race here. Yeah, so I'm not going to even calculate this, so I will let the players decide. Yeah. Oh yeah, something like this. Anyway, seemingly black has the chances. So because the king is
e3 and rook.
g7. Yeah, white king could be victim of the mating attack. Yeah, so
Looks better for black.
yes, maybe now this desperation and rook f5. I will take this pawn crucially, so that after this protected and now black wins. Now,
This is the position on the board. or-
no. We just got here. Yeah, I mean this is all not forced. Yeah, maybe just king e3 and complex endgame. Yeah, so I think not also possible, but I would like to be in the front. And actually, both sides have some chances. Yeah, so let's leave it like this. And Mahitosh, okay, it wasn't like
Max
this.
says they draw.
But oh, really? Because we analyzed like similar line, but it was different game. But it ended up in this kind of structure. Yeah.
Nice.
So okay, fair draw, and actually here this game we haven't seen, but just briefly I will take a look. So it was Queen's Indian with Bishop f4, kind of like transposed it into Queen's Gambit declined. Nothing special for white, and I already don't like what's happening. But he has kind of a rook and two minor pieces for the queen. Yeah. So how would we evaluate this? Guess
Should be
around,
better for white, but
I think it's like around equal because materially it's 11 points each, and queen is relatively active. Yeah. So okay, let's see how it continues. Yes, definitely black should have done something else because this seems like this is rather risk-free and not possible to do this because knight h4 and mate. So here the king is permanently weak, and it looks like okay. I would benefit if I could trade one rook.
it would be easier for
Black then, yeah.
black.
But also he can pull my king. It's a bit knight h4, king h5 just, and it's okay.
Give check. Okay.
Maybe g4. No, this is hanging. So like if we go here. But we still don't threaten anything, so now it's black's turn to do something.
Okay, rook d1 is possible.
Rook d1. Very tense position, and
now queen.
I like white because this king will get under fire, and this is much safer. So Like what are we hoping for?
Queen F1, bishop,
Maybe this or this, but
bishop E3.
yeah, this one is a nice move, protecting everything. Yes,
It's better for white.
it's better for white. This one, I think he misplayed it. If he could have, traded one rook, or I'm not sure about f6. Was this necessary? Maybe I would just play with the queen. Now white has some winning chances. So Fedorovsky played with rook d7 indeed. Yeah, rook d7, and if I trade with white, then my pieces are not doing much. So I need to keep the both rooks on the board and trying to attack the black king. Okay, so now let's turn attention back, because now many moves have happened since, and we haven't seen. So this situation on the first board, I was saying that I like white. Bishop f4 was played, also a good move, and white retains, I would say, long-term positional advantage. But now came d5. Wasn't bishop d6 better? I really would like to put this move on the board.
Rook E8 probably.
Yes, rook e8, but still,
C8.
still, I would like to do it that way, yes, so that at least my bishop is already here and I have some ideas. So maybe
Knight B6.
yeah, maybe it's not a big deal, yeah, or d5, yeah. Then yes, actually, so I'm sure he was considering it, but he played with h4. But now this one, why he's trying to attack the king side, but there are not enough pieces, yeah. So that's why, as the game went, I'm not concerned with black. Yeah, this shouldn't be okay. H5 does he want to do some sacrifice? H5 I will even ignore, because it opens my rook. And Alexenko actually had similar structure yesterday against Savita, if you remember. Okay, it was different opening, but also I remember this e5 kind of strong point, but not really. Yeah, I think it's vulnerable. Then b2 is also
Also
weak.
D4, D4 for
Yeah,
black.
yes. It could be
Makes
D4
sense,
idea, yes, with some tricks or simplification. So really, I don't like from this position, which looks much better for white. Even a4 immediately or e5. Many moves like he got, and here bishop d6. I think it's automatic move, and he just simply misplayed this position, and here I think black is better, but it's far from conclusion. Yeah, so he still shouldn't lose this, but I like black already. So this we had, and this was a very intriguing game, maybe the most interesting game of the round. Yeah, honestly. So this because both sides are risking a lot. So
okay, he played the king on a1.
Black took, and now he's thinking. But since we left it, only 5 moves have happened, and he's now very low on time, and this is awkward because here you cannot open the bishop. The knight is a bit stuck. This, and I think now he's in problems. So I mean, e4 it looked very nice because. But white did was not take, yeah, so because that would clarify the position for black actually after 94 or some stuff. So this one was much better.
It's a good place for the queen on the 6th rank.
I believe black should have done something with this construction, but what? Maybe still d4. Then bishop takes f6.
You have calculated this.
So, or can he attack this pawn? Okay.
Take on e4.
Okay, why this better? I guess.
Take on f6, and then.
I could, but then there is no attack, yeah. So Lisa, I could even take here. Okay, just a question. Okay, here this is
Okay,
perhaps not the best move, but can can this bishop go out? Like
Probably not.
maybe black is winning, positionally winning this position. Yes, so. But I could also wait. I could play like rook e8, improve first, something. Yeah, so this one, bishop h6, knight h5. Okay, like this position, maybe he was concerned that this is falling apart, but even so, yeah, he could play like this he takes.
Knight e4.
Okay, there is also this, yeah, or knight d4. It looks dangerous. It looks dangerous for
Black, yeah.
black. Yeah. So somehow he didn't manage to keep it afloat, and this one is already critical. Rook g1 is coming. White could even take and reintroduce the bishop back. Yeah, so this bishop is no longer a liability, and there are many targets in black position. Yeah, so I think he's going to lose. Kanamarala Korobov.
Okay.
Yes, so we saw this e4 and the tense position, semi-open position. So knight e5, reasonable play from both sides. They improved their rooks, doubled up, but f4 is really committal. Does she have to play it? No. I think maybe bishop g2. Why not? If this arrives on the board, then I go knight a4. This doesn't work. Okay, why? What was the reason that? Because this seems like automatic move. There is no queen b6. There is. I'm trying to decode this. Yeah, like what was? So queen d6 now. This may be the idea, but. Okay, I can do f4 now
Again.
if I want, but maybe some other move. Maybe like this. So this is also hanging.
Bishop g7.
Bishop g7 or take on d4, both are possible. If this, okay, I wanted to play like
Okay.
no. This one is probably.
Should be okay for white.
It also should be okay because now
You
I'm
can take
capturing.
on,
What about some? Now I have to take like this. It looks a bit dodgy now on the e file. So I don't. Okay. Anyway, knight g4 is not forced. Yeah. So, but now is this a threat? Perhaps it is. Yeah. So now maybe f4 is necessary. I don't like to do it if I'm really not forced to. Yeah. I need to play maybe knight f3, but then queen b4. So slowly, Korobov, I think he got some threats, and maybe his opponent got nervous, yeah, because f4. Now already we can see the consequences. Yeah, that e5 is unpre, and now b4, very nice dynamic play. So
He played it very good, yeah.
yes, so he's getting the e4 square, but okay, still is this. So clear, rook c2. So he didn't want to take opening up the bishop, that's clear. So this one. So he won a pawn. Well, but how good is
It's not so clear.
So here we can pin. And both of the pieces are pinned.
And, yeah,
So this is a trouble for white, yeah, now everything
okay,
falls.
he cannot.
Now he
take
cannot
on it,
defend it, yeah. So no.
And black will trade a knight.
Yes,
in
now
the next.
yeah, so this one is not possible, and then e5 will also fall, and like this is going to open. So is this a win? So rook c1. I don't have to trade yet.
b3.
b3 could I capture?
Okay, you can take.
But it is sometimes an idea. What about a5? Just playing this. I'm,
Okay.
it's actually blunder, yeah, because
Oh,
this one wins, yeah. So No, we need to react now. Or some super smart move with the king, but I don't think. Okay, so take. And now black is pawn up, but this bishop is quite poor. Not only that it's passive, but it will be
It's
hit.
enough
Yeah.
compensation. And rook c8,
Equal,
rook
yes.
e8.
Here.
Instead, yes, here.
Yes. Bishop d3 I must play, yes. Just one pin.
Okay, now take on.
Okay, so actually, yes, this is... So take. What is this bishop endgame, yeah? That's the question. It should be very good for black, since this is distant path on the end.
I had also an idea to play b3 instead of a5.
Yes, so here
No,
b3.
No, before. Okay. Okay, go back. Here, b3.
Oh, that's very...
Knight f2.
That's very cute, yes.
Okay, but you can
But
take
I
it.
can still
okay,
take
and,
it and still defend it.
it's,
But it's okay. It's a nice idea. It's almost
if
working.
you take, no.
Yes.
No, it's not possible. Okay.
This one is hanging. So black has to. Okay, if white keeps the rooks, is it better for him or not than without them? I think both positions are pretty bad for him. Because let's say this one. I'll put my bishop. Okay, first
a5 or.
Okay, then I want to play like this, and essentially it
Non-lead.
should be winning. Yes,
Yes.
with the a pawn running, I will deflect it. I will trade, and maybe then you know
b3 and you can take on c5.
both pawns are very vulnerable. Yes, so I think Korobov is going to win. Sriyansh versus Demchenko, and this was the kind of Alapin, but not so impressive for black. But okay, what happened here? Rook hd1, rook a1. Was this the only way?
The pinning.
Yes, it's the only way to solve it. Maybe I'd expect rook c2, yeah, but then some troubles, yeah.
Bishop f5, okay.
Here,
Oh, knight e4.
knight e4.
It looks dangerous. Okay. Okay,
Maybe
it's
not
not so good.
Okay,
It's not
maybe
pinned
also
anymore,
this,
yeah.
but many moves for black. Yes, suddenly, I think a few inaccurate moves happened here. I would expect him to play h3 directly, or maybe even put the king to b3. I don't know. But he did this, and he made a few automatic moves, and
Okay,
suddenly
he went back with the rook.
he's completely tied down. Yeah, and now this position he got, and yes, this one is I think
Better for black.
better for black. Yes, of course, and like he intends to go here.
Okay, you can play g6,
Bishop-
h5.
Bishop d4 is like a very desperate move, but he keeps holding on. But I think it should be winning because I play knight f5, maybe
Yes.
b5, and the king will also be smacked in the center. Yeah, with such a pawn structure, like even if the pawn was here, I would
Would be
take
much
black.
easier,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like this, I think he's going to lose some of the pawns, and I think. Okay, it's interesting. Play from Anton Demchenko. I would normally say that this position is like very nice for white. Also, this is something to consider. Like, okay, maybe not so great, but also nice for white. Yeah. Yes, or b4, yeah. To just not allow easy development for the black bishop, yeah. So e6 was principled. But this position is pretty rotten for white. And now, Hulk allows us, and we moved so far here. It was this kind of ready, and I was optimistic for black. Take. So now he got two bishops, but actually white snatched the pawn, and now he got it back. So this position is just a two-result game, and I think it's a sizable advantage for black. Majority and
Pair
two
of
bishops.
two
Yes.
bishops.
It's a typical position which I know that Thomas enjoys. Yeah, like this kind. It's for me. This is not the most entertaining stuff, but he likes to play this for 100 moves, yeah, and doing this, yeah. But and maneuvering and improving the king, and it's also an art, yeah. So now he tries to go there, and it's a very safe style, yeah, for him just to. Okay, so now can we move on? 92 I go king b4, and at some point I will prepare b2, and there will be. White would need some counterplay, but the bishops are also defending the king side. I mean, okay, my hope for white is to trade everything down, yeah. Something. Okay, I would like to give up the knight. Okay. No, not like this, but do we have maybe? Is this completely stupid? That okay, now he can hit my knight. Okay, so I need to do this, correct?
And play h5.
Play h5 and then I win
try
this
to
pawn.
get the pawn.
Yes, it's in time. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this one is. Working for white. so something like this, there are white chances, but
Perhaps you can take on e4. You can change.
So like in this position, so 95, take, and you want to transform into the same colored bishop endgame. But the issue is here that my king gets activated.
Bishop c5.
Or here, yeah.
Or here.
So then I go there.
King d3.
From bishop endgames.
Okay, king g6.
Yes, so perhaps it would be better to go with the bishop there, but
yes.
Okay, so here you can.
Okay.
But here we are promoting, so this is a win. So yeah, actually because this is the last square before queening. Yeah, so actually this one was really nice. That you want to trade whenever possible and just yeah. So even maybe we can start with b3, or now he could immediately give up the knight. So maybe let's do it as safe as possible. So we take.
Also take with the pawn, but.
Okay, now I have to defend with my king.
Or you play bishop c5 instead of b3.
Yeah, bishop c5. I can do both.
And
Yeah.
bishop d4.
Yeah, and the king and pawn endgame is winning. Okay, I hope to get my king over there. Yeah, so like let's say
king c1,
king d3. Now you are okay.
But the pawn is running. Okay.
No, but there is it's important, also quite important, who gets in g4. Okay, just a moment. And after this I play g4. I want to fix those pawns. Your king cannot tackle those.
You can also play h5 afterwards.
Yes, exactly. But basically, if he runs that, then I promote. So he needs to like stay on the queen side, and then okay, let's play b3. I like to play bishop b4.
You also some ideas: bishop c5, bishop g1. And
yes,
you
yes.
Get
And this is I think
H5,
this is automatic win. Yes.
This is winning.
Yes, so he's going to push it through. And this one is very nice and simple. So if knight d5 is not working, then white has no moves.
It's the easiest way.
Yeah, otherwise the black king arrives on the queen side. So
I also can you
knight d2 happened. It was maybe good idea to push out the king, but he'll still find a way. Like
okay.
This is next, yeah, and I think long-term white can survive this because, like, his hope would be to trade all the pawns, and but it's too far away. Like, I will keep at least the h6 pawn, and I will win. So, but what happened here? Because we had this situation, and
I think black blundered here.
Black blundered at queen c5 and
take on f5.
and he resigned immediately because because now he lost a piece, and there's absolutely nothing here. So
if he
okay, I think if he goes away, then maybe d5 could be possible. Not forced, but okay. How should he treat
also
this?
G4.
Yeah, G4 is in there, kind of pushing through.
So D6.
I think he's in full control. He can play Rook D1, Queen E4. There is no. There shouldn't be any problem.
Also Knight G5 and
yes.
take on F7.
Yeah, this is winning for white. Yeah, it's a win, but black made it much quicker. So we saw this kind of London style position, and I evaluated it as equal, and we were thinking where to put the kings. So both sides castled queenside, like it wasn't the only way, but okay. And now it's still equal position, yes. So opposite colored bishops. White got the h5 pawn, but it's the only soldier there, and it's well controlled, yes. So what was this? Okay, what? Now he lost d4 pawn. But still a draw.
But
okay, so here white. Yes, white went for simplification. But here exactly there is also this, but both are like I could take back the pawn and then have to calculate, or just this. It should be easy draw. Yeah. It's opposite color bishop endgame, and I will put my king there, and that's it. So. Yes, this will be a draw, and Rohit against Vartyovara. So he took on g5, and then he went there. So not knight d6 because bishop a4 was a problem, I guess. Yes.
This was quite tricky.
Yes, rook c3
looks good.
No.
That's the idea.
Okay, you can take because g2 is vulnerable. So
checkmate.
yes, this one. Now he went back. Can he do something else? Maybe not.
And then rook g3.
f5. That's committal move.
No, f4. Well, he took. Okay.
He took. I also don't like it. Can we also play maybe rook c7? But does it help, or just like tripling? But he may also ignore it. He's defended, so with white I would like to play like rook c7 and queen c5 and trying to attack this
rook
knight.
c7, queen d8.
Yes. This. At some point, knight c4 is available, but now it loses a pawn. We'll take. So it seems to me. But the problem is that even here, white is not threatening much. There could be also f4, f3 included. No, something like this is the line. Yes, so f4. Queen c5 and something along those lines. But okay, now I'm losing way too much.
Take on e6.
Material, yeah, but yeah, this one is very speculative. But okay, I can do this. No, but then rook c7. So. Yeah, probably this one is not working for black, yeah, but I also understand your sentiment to play f4, so that now my king side is safe. Okay, there is some g5 later on, but that's far away, but now there is no rook c7, so I need to like prepare it, and
now you can
maybe the queen
trade rooks or play queen b4 is also good.
Yes. Yes, I mean, black got some counterplay, and this is a weakness for white. So he needs to be smart. Okay, let's check what happened. He took there, and queen e2.
Okay.
Also, king f7 was logical.
Queen h5 probably.
Yeah, king e7. Bishop f5. Yeah, that was dangerous. So okay, he went here. In general, this kind of position should be good for black, but why he abandoned? Like I'd maybe play knight f8 just to be completely sure. Knight f8, and then I want to. Okay, my king is solid, and I want to.
You can rook f3.
Rook f3 traps my queen, unfortunately. Yeah. So I cannot do it. So h4 was strong, actually, creating this threat. Rook f7, so he went into these complications, okay. but this king seems to be weaker. So black played on. He spared the draw offer, and I think also in the morning he was slightly better against Indian Grandmaster Visakh with black, and now and he accepted the draw, but now he's going for it, so that's commendable. And bishop e2. Can I give a check? So now this king walk, how will it end? I could also prepare it with h5 somehow, but no, then he. How to mate white king? We need to involve the knight. I don't see it yet. But white is on the edge. Also, like b2 is weakness. Yeah? So that's the reason why he played a4.
The bishop is on e2.
Yes. So
a4.
This is what happened. My question is, why didn't he take here? Do I have some?
Because he can take on d5. Oh, it's the rook hanging.
Yes.
Okay. I thought bishop c4, but.
And this seems like a crucial pawn, because now I have a winning plan. I just need to. But white, does he have any threats? I don't see it. It's beautiful knight. He's saying that knight is the best friend of the king, and really, you see, defending all those squares and also the 8th rank. I don't see where white should penetrate, and otherwise, like, this is a simple win. Yeah. So, So here, also let me go back to h1, because this seemed like a normal position, slightly better for white, maybe, or I don't know. Then suddenly he went for this one, but was this necessary? Maybe he needed to go back and just like because here his king is all right, yeah. But in the game he took on e6, and this is like a bit of a strange decision, yeah, because now besides losing this pawn, also his king is now wide open, yeah. So it's like so this happened. Bishop e2 is kind of like a desperate move, and now black needs to find the winning formula.
Rook f5.
Here.
And now, is it possible to play h5 with the same idea? Queen,
Yes, then we want
this would be checkmate.
So this I cannot do because it's mate.
It's also mate.
This one is very strong. Now this is a big threat, and maybe this game over. Yeah, because how to defend it. Yeah? So rook f5, very strong move.
Possibilities here.
Yes, because this queen was the only hope for white, kind of active piece.
Yes.
And once it gets pulled off, then really this is the game. Yeah. So like maybe after h5 I could play this back, so kind of protecting this.
Okay.
And even rook f3 seems to be winning. He cannot take because losing the bishop. There are no Again, this knight is beautiful. Just
Bishop h7.
oh,
Okay, king 8.
King h8. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now white is not in time, of course, because it will be made.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if he takes, then we take the bishop.
Okay.
Yes. So this is over, yeah, because there are too many threats, and there's just no moves for white. So rook f3 is rather strong. Yes, black is going to win this game. So very nice play, and I think white completely overplayed it. Like from some point, especially like letting my f2 pawn be taken. This I wouldn't do. Yeah, so. Like this position, I still prefer white, yeah, somewhere, but then this one is no good. Actually, Vartyovara played with g6, kind of slow, creeping progress. It also seems to be good. But your rook f5 is forcing, yeah. So this one is like a strong decision. Was now this? To be honest, I don't see anything for white. Like what I could do, like g4, or this seems crazy.
h5.
h5. Could I go in here? Queen h1. Calculating some lines.
Rook f5 again.
Rook f5 again, also strong.
No.
Take. This king is still on the edge, and he has to be winning for black. So essentially, he's going to convert. And this position we saw. By the way, I think he misplayed it because this one is a little better for white. And okay, he played. I don't like this. Oh, okay. And there I see somewhere in the tournament hall this position, and I was thinking that okay, now it's nothing here. Now it's pretty even position. Okay, g6.
f6. Okay.
But still, how could this be so bad? Yeah. Like
But without f6, I am not sure. Okay.
Yes, I mean
But
this
how
is
to protect?
okay. Maybe don't protect. Yes, just play this and. Play for counterplay, yeah, and this is a rook endgame, like it cannot be bad, yeah. So,
Or you can play bishop c7 and protect the pawn. It's not so active, but you can.
Yes, of course, there are many moves. Yeah,
Rook d4 and
there is also this, then he takes
but
it.
f6 is.
F6 is okay, bit risky, but still, like she controls the d file, yeah. So what bad could happen? I could bring out the king. It doesn't seem okay. What like this? I think some maybe big mistake occurred here because it also doesn't look like anything for white.
Okay.
Now what is going on? Rook d2. Why not this? Is the coverage correct? Yeah, because
rook h1 and then rook d2.
I can play also this or this. How could this be lost for black? I understand. Okay, g7 is weak, but this is like so critical. Like this, that okay, it's too fast.
It's okay. White cannot lose this, I think.
Take. I'm already running. Okay, let's just analyze for fun. Yeah, so take king d6. So let's say, or this?
Or this.
This one is maybe better now.
No, rook f7 when you take on f6 and play rook g6.
yes.
Rook f7.
Even better,
rook
yeah.
b1.
I mean, both. Okay. Yeah, this is winning. This is winning for white, but okay. So not like this.
But rook d1.
But okay, like I could take, and if this, I could play like this, and how he will get through? Yeah, like the king is cut off. Like
a4.
Yeah, this is like very
Yes,
very
rook
gnarly,
c5 and
yes, yes, now he gets in.
Oh,
Yes, yes. So no, but this is how could this position? I'm starting to think that black is already better. Yeah,
okay,
like
but it's better not to play f6.
This cannot be. But okay, it's
Okay,
around
then?
equal. It's around equal.
White
but,
played king
yes,
g2
king
and
G2,
then
but
f6.
F6 was a mistake. Yes, like giving some advantage, but still wasn't losing. Yeah, like I have a feeling that this has to be all right. But now rook h4 and somehow it's this already. Okay, so this one is hard to play. Yeah, I underestimated this one. Okay, he makes some draw, but in practice,
White also won.
yeah, white won it. Yeah, like this proved to be even for white, he made some mistakes. Yeah, so like. Yeah, here a4 was apparently drawing, but this one because now he
The
gets
same idea.
yes, and he gets in, and black didn't even win a pawn, yeah, so he had a free roll here, and she resigned. Oh, so but this one was with many mistakes, and so.
She had some opportunities.
She had opportunities, good opportunities to make a draw. Now, Druska, so it was kind of Sicilian hedgehog, queen f3.
Okay,
So he kept the
saw this.
control, he entered with rook e6, I like. So far so good.
Oh, okay.
Now, tactical shot, and everything seems to be according to
Yes.
plan. And
Nice.
and now it's game over. He's winning the knight.
Or rook e8, but I think queen b4 is better.
Yes. So I mean now if he gets to return, I will just go there and then I will
Okay.
capture. Yes. So that's the idea. And rook e8. I just need.
f5 or
But maybe still this, yeah. Now next move is going to be bishop takes d5. Queen b5, last ditch effort. a4.
Oh,
Not so fast. Yeah. So okay,
okay.
it has to be winning.
position.
Yeah, has to be winning position. So actually, she played rook e8. Yeah. So
Okay.
rook e8, and now where is the win? I mean, if he doesn't win this, he will be so mad. Yeah, but okay, king f1 is not it. King f2, maybe just protecting the rook. What does black have?
c4. Okay, the rook is protected. Okay.
Yes.
Queen e7. Okay, the queen takes on d4.
Yes, this one is.
What
I don't see the way.
Black
Okay, maybe
two.
this. No. Because now everything is solid for white, and this is really falling. So king f2 seems to be the most precise move. And now let's check maybe this. Oh, okay, we had this. Queen e7 doesn't work. It has to be a win. So he'll manage. So let's get back to Alexenko, and here we evaluated that he was drifting, and yeah, he also managed to set up this bind yesterday, but it's more it's better for black. Yes, so he took. Okay, there are some issues on the g6 square, so queen b4, nice move, also stopping knight h4, and c6, rook b8. This is the current position. B2 is hanging. White could play c7, but but the pawn is stuck. It's more of a weakness, I would say. I could just take or this. This is the problem. Okay, this one is not necessary for black to take. Like I might improve somewhere, but how? Do I have maybe this move? Take, go here. I have this. Yeah, this one is pinned here, this one is wrong. So, what can be done? Hello, Anton, would you like to join the stream? No? And how did you play? Draw. Okay. We are looking at some games. Maybe you can enlighten us here, because... So what is this position? I was thinking that Petko was better.
Better or better?
Better.
I don't know, I like White's position.
Really?
Because
Me too.
Yeah, like this is G6 is weak, but
Perhaps you can try G3 and knight H4, but
so this is the current situation. And yeah, so you suggest G3. Now it's possible to take.
okay. You're right.
So because
must protect the
Rook 7
pawn.
is good, it's protecting everything. So this
Okay.
now okay, goodbye. So this I need to get rid of this pawn. This is intruder, and now I don't see how. Yes, so I think okay. So essentially this is here neither side should make, but okay, here's improvement. So black needs to do something here. Maybe queen f4, but I'm thinking G3 again. I want to target this pawn. But even if I succeed, then my king is weak. So actually this is
D4. And then queen B3 or...
okay. Or now going for it because now the situation is a bit different. I have this passer and some distraction for white. At least I would like to trade this for this. So
But queen D7.
queen D7, D2. I'll just take. There is not enough if I.
No, I have... The
Yeah, I
rook
was
is
trying.
hanging and...
Yes, I was trying to win something on E5, but it's not. Yeah, this is big trouble for black. Like, can do this at all.
Queen B3. But
Oh, now this.
this...
But can white? No, you can't do this.
No, the rook is hanging.
Yes. This one, this can do. He's winning for black.
Okay, you
Or
cannot
like-
take on A4.
Like this, but this is.
But we can take the pawn on D4 instead of here.
Here.
Yes.
But then I survive.
I can... Okay. You take on B2 and I take the A4.
Yeah, I was thinking A3, but it's not working. Yeah, and here
No, it's...
can I bring the king? But okay, this certainly looks like white is playing for a
Now you
win.
can knight 98.
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, 98 is crunch rate. So how to do this for black? Not so easy. Not so easy at all. Because he's losing control now, clearly. So not
Also
D4.
D4
okay,
is
so-
also not working. But what can he do?
So I just
Queen E4,
Queen
we
E4.
had this position. No.
and now maybe like Rook C6 invading. At least to me it seems logical, and I will be even okay with winning 2 rooks for the queen, because then this is This is winning. Usually he went with Queen E7. Okay, so rook E2 instead of rook C1, which seemed logical. I mean, rook E2 is very stable. It controls the whole thing, so no counterplay allowed. But then, what is this? Is he losing the C7 pawn? Did he blunder? Because I have a feeling he's not in his best form, yeah. Because okay, there's no knight h4, there is no knight d4, maybe not really. I just take twice. I could take here, but here, consider this position. This is a big improvement for black, yeah. Like at least he's not risking here, yeah, and maybe he could be even better. But okay, let's say it's equal. But so rook c1 is very logical, and for some reason he didn't do it because this is our biggest trump.
Protect.
Yes, the passer. Maybe queen e4 was indeed a problem, but still, yeah. There is not possible to snatch the pawn. What could be done here for black? I don't even see a move. Like g5, g4. It's just, I don't know, desperation. But it's saying that desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, maybe play this, and I will just, I don't know, somehow I will protect it. But now, okay, now we are getting somewhere with black. Yeah, so maybe this is all nonsense. But
Knight e4.
okay, can we get greedy? Just take this. Or 94 you want, yeah? So.
And then take on e6.
So still not trading the queens, yes. And then this stays alive.
Rook
so
b2 and then trade the queens.
It looks winning for white somehow. But at least here I could imagine giving up the bishop.
Not so clear.
Not so clear, yeah. I mean, the rook is going in, and like this is a big threat. So I think maybe now I have to.
You have to take on. Oh, but rook d7.
Yes, and I will keep both rooks, and I will mate. Yeah, here with all the pieces. Yeah, so this one
looks dangerous.
Yeah, it still looks very dangerous for the black player. Okay, just one more thing. So if I ignore it, but no, there is just
rook d8.
Rook d8, and this is like too quick.
But there's a threatening.
Okay, wait.
You must play f4.
The f4, a2. Now it's already quick for black. Okay, let's think here. This is be winning for white. f4 here maybe. f4,
will take.
Okay, what about, okay, this one is completely crazy that this one I go here, and I make a queen, I lose this rook, but I go back, and now suddenly it's
It's
good.
It's okay for black.
It's maybe winning, yeah, because of the queen. It's just like rook d7, king g6, and I don't see anything here. Okay, this one is definitely not going to happen, but there are lines like this that, I mean, black has some kind of counterplay, so white needs to really be precise, yeah, like maybe trying to get rid of those pawns. But then you know, I could arrive with the king or something, yeah, so it's just the rook d1 and a3. It has to be winning for white, no? Check, and there is a mate threat. This one is really devilish because yeah, I have also problems with the king. Okay, now I'm getting really crazy. Yeah, so just like this, and I want to win this rook and get here, but you can open me, yeah, and you are attacking, so okay, this is not going to end up well for white, yeah, somehow. I have a feeling that this is Because you cannot take this rook. Yeah, this is the problem. That
But you can play.
just a simple line that even if you win somehow this rook, then I have still rook f8
Yes.
and this and draw.
And
yeah?
bishop g3. Looks funny.
This is it comes with
The
check and
previous
protecting.
position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here,
Okay. If the king. No.
He-
Okay.
here, kind of attacking. Yeah. Oh, this one is really some coffee house play, but it's relevant. Yeah. So also this kind of line could appear on the board, and one never knows. Like. Very hard to see it through.
Okay. Promote and then.
With black, I cannot defend now. I need to only attack. So
Rook b1.
really,
Okay, check, and now take a knight.
what is this?
Oh my!
Oh
But-
my god!
King d7
King d7, and then we run out of steam.
looks crazy.
Yes, but it's a beautiful motive. But okay. but
Well, you
like-
can play.
we have many moves here, yeah, and like this. Whole,
Okay, King f7.
also, the king is running this way, so it's like not immediately mated here. So
But you can.
can I win this for white?
No.
Okay, this is repetition, or I can do.
Take this.
Okay, just to see. So this one, and you are mating me or not?
Okay, check. Queen d1.
And I go here. I run away.
Oh my god.
So
It's winning.
oh, this is not going to be played out here. I'm sure that somewhere along the line, both sides were winning, and we just messed it up. But
So many
there's
possibilities.
yes, there's the magic of human analysis, and this is a principled play, by the way. G5, G4, like he needs to do something to win this pawn.
And
But,
how they continued, or
like
is it the actual position?
we might check it with engine also, like, but he will laugh about this here. So, like, we said knight d4, but okay, I would be curious about this position.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a win for white? No. You also say it's equal. So rook d1,
Okay.
a3.
A3
Indeed.
is the best. Rook d7.
Rook d7, rook d8. Yeah, okay.
We
So
were right.
then we're perfect. Yeah. So here.
Wow.
But no, this one. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I
of
suggested
course
like playing
it's
g3.
checkmate.
I think I said like this.
Yes. Okay.
Bishop f6 kind of
Oh.
stops are fun. Yeah. But no, still like, what is this? This one is what? King g2,
E3.
e3. Okay, I'm lost in this. Yeah, so then
No,
perpetual. Yes.
perpetual check. Okay.
And he cannot go there because knight d6 and rook d8 something will happen. Like how does this work? Oh, rook d8 and now rook f8 is the idea. And this one is still equal.
Mm.
And okay, I need to give perpetual. By the way, here black can easily blunder. Yeah, he just needs to play some only moves, but not step into
King
the knight
G8
check.
or
Yeah.
this. Mhm.
Yes, okay, so, but this one was completely fantasy line. So, but interesting. So, actually, none of that happened, and
Of course.
yes, and they just did this.
This
And,
happened. Oh.
okay, but now I think black is pretty safe. One
Yes.
thing you can do is to put the queen there,
Mhm.
offer the trade, or okay, white can stop it maybe. But I'm not concerned with black.
Rook A8.
Yes, he has enough counterplay, and
yes.
white. Okay, white can build up slowly. Has several weaknesses. Okay, it's going to be some struggle.
Quite equal.
It's quite equal, yes. And this is not the only move. Like, what about? Rook c4 immediately. Yeah, quite equal position. He actually played knight queen a7. Yeah, so that when this happens, he has this. Well, let's just check this. Yeah, take. It could appear in the game, and the draw is incoming. So
Can you take on e5 with the knight 2 moves before? Before
so queen a1, yeah.
bishop e5.
Oh, and queen
and
d4,
then-
yeah. Nice try.
Okay, rook
And this.
e6.
Probably.
g4, but no, it's better
Okay,
for
then,
white.
then black king
Rook
is.
e7. It's
Yes, but
okay.
this one is probably pretty good. Yeah, so
Yes.
take, and I would say it's a reliable draw. Yeah, rook c4. I intend to play rook e4.
f3, and it's okay for black.
It's okay. Yeah, maybe d4, maybe maybe g5. I want to bring the king. Yeah, like later on.
d4.
Equal position. So okay, interesting. And now Amar broke through. Yes, so we discussed this. This is
Oh,
going to
it
end up
was
badly for.
An exciting game.
This was exciting game, definitely. Now, okay, just just
checkmate.
just clear mate. But otherwise, White's
Okay.
attack is now. This is going to be the start
The
of the
bishop
game. Yes.
rescued.
And
Oh.
now
Looks dangerous.
just a winning exchange and f3. Okay, he has to keep the control. Queen e4, f4, f5. Yeah, I like what he did. Didn't allow anything. And now with the better pieces.
Rook g6.
Yes,
is
rook g6.
okay.
This is the final move of the game.
And the
and-
knight was hanging.
Could he stop it? No, actually g6 was caving in. And what about g5? Yeah, knight was hanging. Yeah, everything here. Like maybe h4 coming in, and maybe he'll be swiped off the board. Yeah. So okay, nice game from
Yes.
White. Yeah, he managed to resolve this bishop and the central tension. Anton Korov, we had him here before, and we saw this position, and we thought that White has compensation. And this one, and he offered the draw. So what happens here?
Rook can go.
Rook c2 or taking. Okay, here I think both moves are draw. So if this should be equal, and also this. No.
King f8.
Yes, actually, it's equal pawns here. So, like, how does this work? I can bring my king, but I'll be
You
checked
can
out.
make rook c5 and take the deep pawn. Yes.
Make it
e4.
slightly worse, but okay, it's also a draw. Yeah, it's also a draw.
Rook a5. And
Yeah, I might lose
Okay.
this pawn, but it's a draw.
draw.
It's all a draw. Yeah, so like, but better to do it with I think rook c5, rook d5. And he offered the draw, and there was nothing else for black to do but to accept. Like, if he does this, what about this position? Probably it's also equal. But maybe here black could try to pretend something. Not really.
It's equal to.
Yes, it's equal. So I think fair draw. So this was this bishop endgame or two bishop endgame, and Laurus was converted. And I was pretty sure that he's going like such a position he's
You
going
have
to win.
analyzed this, yeah.
Yes. So like he slowly improved, and it's nice to play because there is no risk, and he won this pawn. So then now no chances for White to save the game. Just b3, and he'll put the bishop on b2 and put it away. And now this will be short diagonal, and he'll be
Deflection.
deflected. Yeah, so this one is very typical from some endgame studies. Short diagonal for the bishop, nice motive. And Demchenko is still converting this end game. So actually, what happened here? So we saw this position. Hello, big advantage for black, and he didn't want to trade the rooks yet because then king c6.
Possible,
It was possible, but his king is not getting through. So
can also do it later. Yeah?
Yes, yes, he's not in hurry. He can do it whenever he wants it. So kind of fooled around, kind of played all those moves. And now White is still offering it. I think in all the positions,
Yes,
like
only black can win.
only black can win, and he has big chances. But whether he's winning or not, that's another question. Because I consider play b5, king c6, but then if I play b5, the board is a bit more narrow, yeah, and it's not so easy. I would like to force some move with these pawns, to hit it with my knight, but I don't see the way.
But the b pawn goes to b5.
How could black improve? Let's say this. He gets checked out and like this, and I need like a little bit extra for black. By the way, okay, this is not relevant maybe, but what he can do is just a sample line. Yeah, he can do this, play b5. So this one is, and I can go with my king around. Just I have all the time, and
Bishop c3 and f4.
yes, like he might try to block.
Better for black, but
Yeah, maybe it's
is it
not
really?
enough. Like
It's
then I want to
very close.
sneak out. Like once I get my king here, then I'm kind of winning. It's important there is no counterplay here. And, but he could.
Interesting idea. Yeah?
Yes, but he could stay with the king on. I don't know what. Just this, so that after this he has f5, but
Okay.
I could still march through. And maybe like this way. Okay, so I think the correct defense should be he needs to bring the king somehow. Yeah, defend this. But now my knight is this is like some kind of Nimzovich position. Yeah, that you can see that we need
Now g5.
g5.
and
Yes,
trade on e3.
and then this is beautiful. Yes. But
the easiest way.
also it's rather cooperative, but still okay. Once this happens, then I get this entry, and so I'm creating new ways for my
Yes.
king.
And the king goes to f5.
But maybe I can. Okay, let's hold it here with my king. So I play like this. So whenever you play king h6, I play f5, f6, and I close it down. Yeah. So now this is not available, and I'm running out of steam. Yeah. So I need something here. Actually, I could. At some point, I can change my direction.
Change the plan.
But it will take too long. I don't see it realistic here. That need to how to do it. Okay, so here at least there is no entrance. So I could like improve this.
h5 and change the direction.
But I'm afraid that this is going to be like equal. Yeah, engine sees no way through, and he rises equal, although only black can win. Yeah, so like Anton Demchenko is going to have tough time. Like he could try it for 100 moves. Yes, so all the way through. Like maybe it's worth it to, because there is no problem that this rook trade will happen. I was wondering if in this position, like let's say he wants to open up the king side and bring the rook somewhere along, on the h5, but it's not clear. And white king is really nice. King and bishop kind of defending for his dear life, and I don't see a way through. And maybe he could have considered rook endgame and some, but no. It's not going to be enough, yeah. Even with if he wins the pawn or something. Yeah, so yeah, it's good knight versus the bad bishop. I think he missed maybe some chances before, like somewhere this. I mean, it looks to be really nice. But there's not breakthrough available. Yeah, so and this bishop d4, what is
B5
this
was the
kind of
threatening.
saved him, yeah?
Okay.
Can he like this is not in time because bishop c3 and b5, that's the problem. And otherwise, I mean, can't he try to win some pawns? Not really, yeah. This is
It's losing.
can I okay here maybe black is not losing, but okay, it's just bad idea not really playing for win. So I need like one move to secure it, but he's very tenacious with bishop d4, and it's not easy to win those games. Somehow you feel like it has to be around the corner, but
The pawn ending
yes, it's
also
like
be equal.
so it's almost equally, yeah? You know, whilst for humans, this is
Looks
like super
better.
pleasant, yeah, for black, but with accurate defense, he got
It's
some
possible to-
chances, but
to
okay.
hold
Rook
okay.
c8, if he invades with the rook, exactly, this was his chance, rook c8. And then there is no trade, and then I will play rook knight d5, and then I will go in.
Okay.
And this one is really suspect. But he missed the chance, and now like this position is better, but not deciding here. So okay, up to this point, now it's actually he was suggesting b5 for white, which is interesting, just to nail it down. And now also my bishop could get active, and this king is now
The B6
not-
is quite weak.
yes. So basically it's completely equal now, not even
Bishop
better chance.
D2
Yes.
and Bishop E3.
Correct. Yes. So he should hold it. Actually, we have some transformation here that
This happened?
yes, he played with
Okay,
f5,
he played F5.
but no advantage. Once the position opens, bishop is very
He
decent
will
piece.
play F5, I guess, and then B5, E5.
I know it's already.
Okay.
But okay, like
This
no.
might be dangerous.
Okay, you are still in time to protect. Yeah. So you can run back with the king, and it's equality. So okay, this we had. So Visak won, and what was it? So we had this, and we concluded this should be easy draw. So what happened here?
Okay.
F4. So he didn't take. What is the difference? Or
He didn't take on D4. No. Okay, now he get the pawn.
Yeah, he didn't want to trade
Gets
because
the pawn.
then it would be. Well, it still has to be a draw, no? How could he lose this? Now losing.
Okay. He's losing the piece.
Can he go like this and just knight f3? Knight h3. Yeah, that could be. I saw actually similar.
But knight H3.
yes,
is
correct.
The knight.
But it's not the full story. So g2, this. I play this, and once you play this.
Okay.
This situation, there was a very
He's-
similar position. Caruana against Carlsen from the World Championship. Do you
Okay,
remember?
yes.
Yeah. And it was like also this Caruana was knight up, something like this.
Yes.
And I think it should be drawn because
You can
if
play bishop C8.
bishop c8. Yes, exactly. Once
You have
the
not enough time to.
yes, and otherwise the knight will be stuck. Also I have this, so this should be
Okay,
comfortable.
But now
draw.
if you play A5, it's okay.
So let's say a5 or
Mhm.
so yes,
okay,
king
it's
d3.
White's turn. No.
Yeah, so I may run there. No, it's not enough.
Okay.
Actually, you will.
You're right. You must play the king.
Yes, it's not enough for me to win this bishop. But what I can do is,
King. But now-
can I hunt this knight? Like
No.
okay, so not here. Okay, let me refine it. I play this. You go a5 or not? King c5. No, king c5, bishop c8. So let's say this position. I will try to win the knight. Now we need to protect. Now I go this.
You had opportunity to play the king on e7, but it's also not.
So yes. So let's say you go here.
Now you
then
can protect the knight.
yes, but then
Well,
this
it's
is all
easy draw.
completely stuck. Yes. So like, I go. Okay, here I have this, and now okay, what is this? Just moving around. Just. It's also probably a draw because my king is active here.
Should be draw.
Should be draw. But this one was not necessary. Okay, so I will not do it like this. I will play. Okay, king g6 is coming. So let's say I need to bottle up this knight here. So like not h6, but I wanted to play like this, and now just sit with white. How can you?
King g5. And now king h4.
Yeah. Rescuing the knight.
Ah, okay.
But now you are okay. No, not really. Yeah. So okay, I have a feeling it has to be a draw. Like
Or bishop d4 instead of.
either way. Yes. So
Yes, here bishop d4. No.
now bishop d4. Yes. This one also my king is now cut off. Yeah. So this one is getting dangerous for white. But okay, how to prove it? King g4, there is a check.
Knight g5.
Knight g5. Okay, but now there are chances for black, which I shouldn't
Okay,
have
king
allowed this.
h5 and king h6.
Yes, and actually you are maybe now winning because
Because b6. And
yes, and you keep the queen side and you are winning this one. Yeah.
But I think
Yes, okay.
white can
White can defend better. That's for sure. Yeah, but maybe here. And bishop f4 is trouble, losing the piece. And not like this. So okay, how do I play it? King e1, king e7.
if I was.
Has to be easy draw. So your plan is to go to king h4 and then. Yes, I would like to.
I think the easiest way.
No, really, maybe this is the only way that as I'm looking at it, just
Yes,
okay.
and then-
Here I want to trap your knight or somehow, maybe bishop e4.
But you can play king e2.
Yeah, we had this line.
Yes,
yeah?
we had this line.
But maybe if you go back and then you go, can I stop you from moving away with the knight? Because you have a very simple plan, capturing this pawn, and then you are winning. So I feel that I already messed this
Okay,
up.
bishop e4.
Okay, so
And then you must play b6.
yes.
And now.
This no,
Yes,
but no, not enough. Like then. Actually, black has very nice construction. So okay, I played it pretty poorly. I'm sure that this is. I could move my king there, or I'm sure that this is no.
Should be draw.
It should be draw. Should be draw.
A5 is a good
But
opportunity.
also this line was completely
And how?
no necessary. And how about this? Like he didn't want to play this position because now those 2 pawns. But is it any danger for white? So let's say this
Take.
h6. I want to play something like this. Can black win this? Okay, I'm going with my king there, and then this is weak. What can he? In the meantime, let's say he approaches this pawn, but I have a feeling that this white I cannot lose this. Yeah, so yeah, this is this is no danger at all. Yeah, in this kind of ending. Yeah, so like I think he panicked around here because given that he had the chance to trade into opposite card, so maybe some time trouble or. Even this one was, I think bishop f3 was just wrong, and he missed this tactic. It's some kind of endgame magic for black, but this is a bit of a miracle. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, this
Must be draw.
Okay, even this. What was happening here? So. And he could still force him to deliver mate with.
If knight and bishop.
Can he somehow win the last pawn? I mean trade, but then he traded this one.
And if
he plays b5, it's still.
If he would have played b5 before.
So let's say here,
Okay,
why to move
now
b5?
b5.
a5.
How to get the
What is this? This swings the bishop.
Okay.
Oh no. Not quite. Can I target this pawn? So bishop c3 first.
Okay.
Bishop b4, and then I run there, but I'm moved too short. Like here I'm losing this one. Can I maybe trap this knight or do something? I have a feeling that okay, this position should have been possible. No, but actually it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. And it only got worse. Yeah, so.
Okay.
B5. What is this? I am pressing the. The space
Should
button.
b1.
How is this? Is this a draw?
You must
Really?
king c7. Okay.
This is fascinating, yeah, so. I can control this king. If he goes around, I will have the play there. If he goes there, I stop him. Is there no way to...
If the bishop
No,
goes
it's like...
to
So already I can see from the evaluation it's a draw, but this is stunning, yeah? Mark, did you know that this was a draw?
No.
I haven't seen this position.
I saw this game live and
Yes.
I thought, okay, it's lost.
Yes, but he kind of maybe gave up too soon, because only here king b3 was losing, because now now the king is out, yeah. So he's
Okay.
not. Maybe he was relying on, but now this and
No, it's losing.
yes, but if he keeps the king there, this one was like on the edge, but still possible to make a draw. Study like play, but okay, he made several mistakes. But it usually goes then the mistake they come in series, yeah, and then it's not possible to save it. Okay, let's see. So here you have a draw, rook in the game, but I think
This one.
Alexenko was better. Even in this position, okay, rook e3 or something, I wouldn't be worried with white, but instead he lost a pawn. He lost 2 pawns or something. I think he's not in the best shape. And here, okay, black is playing with the king here. It would have been easy draw.
Easy draw.
But like this, there lies in the danger that he loses the h4 pawn. And
King e2.
so let's say king e2. There is this problem, and h5.
only move.
Do I? Okay, so this is a draw. Yeah? So I need to play like this.
And then check on g6.
Check, and but now I get million checks.
Oh, okay. No,
No, but
you go to b7 or
yes.
b8.
checks. I cannot enter the 6th rank, yeah. So I need to go like this,
That's winning.
and this position is. It's still not so simple, to be honest. But how do you convert this with black?
Oh.
And this
You're
is some kind of table-based advanced endgame again, and here Ice is winning. Actually, this is
g4
yes.
and h5.
We call this formation samochodka, yes. So maybe yes. Because but is this okay? This is again. Can I do this? But I will not get any further. Yeah,
Okay, you can.
and I will be stopped like somewhere around here, and this position is a draw. Yeah, so that much I know that. Okay, it's impossible to win this. So it's very slippery, those rook endgames. And if we take a look at the current position, yeah, he should manage to hold it, but it's
Not so
for
easy.
computers it's very easy, but for humans it's tricky. Yeah? So we had finished, draw. Anton Demchenko is still trying with the better knight, but we concluded it has
we
like
saw this position.
no real chances. But he moved forward, and now he stays there. So knight d5, I still wait. No way to get with the king, no way to improve with the knight. I think this one is pretty safe for white. And Lauros won. Leonardo Costa won. This we have this is also very nice ending. And let's get back to this, but it ended up in a draw. And
It's in the draw.
okay, so he played g6, h5, rook e1. This looks still like it has to be winning. No, is there this? Can I go out of it? No. With checks. No.
You can also play rook e2.
Yes, but here. Okay, but the pawn is gone, yeah. Because we were discussing this position
But
before.
You can take. Can you take on d5?
You can take on d5, but
Rook e7.
there are like many threats here. Okay. Also
Now you
doesn't
can
have.
do rook,
Or rook e7 still.
rook e7.
There's some kind of move here. This, but no, it loses. Takes and bishop c4. So no, not
I
really.
think g6.
Maybe g6
wasn't-
was yes, because we saw rook f5 and then h5, and it seems like this is winning here because many threats and there is no way for him to survive. But he played g6 in a slightly weakening move, and it was the cause of draw. But even this one, so he made this draw really. Okay, so here rook f5 was close to winning, let's say,
Was the
and
best.
g6 made a draw. Okay, so still it's he could hold it with tenacious play, and he won this. We saw this combination which he pulled out, and bishop d2 safe move, just trading, and this is
You won the piece. And
yes.
the game.
She resigned. Here we have some another knight versus bishop endgame, and this should be an easy draw because white king is bottled up and
King
his
f2 and
but okay, the problem is that black would need another knight, yeah, for like this to defend and then another knight to win, because if he
put it
moves
on f5. or-
yes, something this is not enough material, and this is a futile attempt.
Just one game left running, so if you want to finish that.
Yes,
Okay.
we will finish soon. So this one, what was
Many interesting games
Doyle
today.
Marius, just briefly. So we looked at this Caro-Kann. He managed to win the pawn, but
And then he
Not-
took on f2, and then after queen
Not enough, yeah.
he
Easy.
immediately.
yes, so and then he
Okay,
could give
then.
up all the pawns.
King h6 and g5.
Yes, so not this. And is there anything else? Petko made the draw, so that's the. So actually, he didn't even try. He let the king slip back. Yes, so okay, that was an easy draw, and the rest we've already seen. This is the last game, but Anton Demchenko is going to make a draw. So thank you for the attention. Good